I remember Armadale. I remember the Reebok deal. I remember
Sean
Def
Carter's,
Jam.
or S. Carter's.
VP. Like that got Rihanna.
It's not a hit.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
it's
a hit
not
to him.
No, we're talking about the business.
No, I'm saying
business
aspect. I don't think Kanye is as successful in business as Jay is.
He's
close, yes.
$3.5 billion.
Very damn close. He still had many ups and downs though when it comes to it. Give or take by the end of this year.
Did he have Pastel before he had Yeezy and he had a clothing line with Virgil on them before Virgil went to Louis
Rockaway didn't go
Vuitton.
too far either, but
But he sold Rockaway for $80 million.
and that's the thing about Jay.
He sells at the top.
He knows how to sell.
He knows when to sell. Yep, 100%.
Two, Jay gets the collabs. Polo still won't give a collab to Kanye. There's still brands that won't collab.
So when I
with
mentioned
Kanye.
Wayne, I'm talking about. So for me, it was, and I didn't clarify. I just put it up there just to see what people were saying. Of course, they was like, "You're bugging, you're bugging, you're bugging." But influential,
Yes.
100%.
he's up there with them.
Yes.
I think this whole generation is mini Wayne's.
Right.
Like
The
everything that's
dreads
happening.
with the blonde tips and
The dreads,
I think
tats.
Wayne is the best. Is one of the best at rapping. Like there's no subject matter. He's not talking about something, right? There's no subject matter. Or maybe there is sometimes.
Some
Right?
stress
Yeah,
songs.
in between,
That
yeah.
Mona Lisa.
But he could
It's some
rap.
subject in that shit.
And that's what I was going to get at. He's the best at rapping because he does have songs that have subject matter, right?
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, Problems, like those songs are crazy. Shit like that, right? But then you put him on that Nicki shit, and he's rapping, and he has
He can
fun.
rap
Like
his ass off.
he's a fun rapper too.
Right.
Like he makes his lyrics are fucking entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be Lil Wayne on stage rapping his shit because it sounds fun as shit to do.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
me and you got to disagree on this because when I heard that verse, I was like, "Yo, he's riding this shit. He's on the tempo, the beat, the flow, the delivery. Everything is like, yep, I get it. But then I started asking myself, what is this nigga saying? And I still can't figure out what Wayne was saying.
Okay. Let's listen to it after this.
I can't figure out what he's saying.
About what?
Just the whole, again, like you said, maybe he's
Clarity
just rapping
or-
because he's rapping. Maybe he's rapping without a point.
Gotcha.
But there's just certain bars and
Because he does the same thing in Truffle Butter. Is that what you're talking about? Like that method?
But I kind of understood that.
I like Truffle Butter.
yeah. But like I find myself consistently going back to the Carter 2. Like he goes crazy on that album.
That's your favorite Wayne? Yeah, I'm Carter 4, but I feel you on
Carter 2, he goes crazy from top to bottom.
He don't get respect in the older world. That 40+ world, they're still skeptical about Wayne being a great.
Right.
But overall, fam,
This
Wayne
nigga's 60,
is
say he
a
loves
great.
Wait,
put him on blast.
That's true. Girl Pain Podcast, man. 143?
143.
143, right? Yeah. 143. DJ Francise.
Y'all did 143 episodes? Round of applause, man.
Thank you very kindly, bro. You're right.
Wow. No arguments?
All the time.
I'll send you the episode.
Are we talking about on the mic or off the mic?
Either or.
Both are please.
That's what we do, both.
Off the mic has to do with though what happened on the mic. Am I right though?
And group chat.
Sometimes.
And
And
group chat.
yeah. 143 times y'all got together and said let's discuss it. That's dope.
And most of the
That's
times,
dope.
every Wednesday, we had some COVID hiccups. We might have had a vacation or two in between, but
But I think this year we only missed 2 weeks because of COVID.
because of COVID. And then one that we couldn't produce because of Reem. So 3 this year.
See, that's
but,
where the
yeah.
arguments come, couldn't
Don't
even-
say that the argument started with me, my nigga. It was started with me, bro. What you talking about, bro?
We actually didn't even argue about that. We was just like, can't put that one up.
No, we really didn't argue about it. It was like, all right, no, we can't put that out.
Can't put that one up.
Can't put that out.
This kid's got a son.
I don't know if it was that, but
Think about Megatron, man. But episode 143, we got DJ Francise in the building.
Another day.
We gonna do that shit. I promise. This
Word, man.
nigga's coming.
He's great at it too. He's great at it.
To see the
Happy
face.
birthday to Franchise.
Absolutely.
Greatly appreciate it.
Can we toast that up?
4-0.
Share
4-0.
something in this glass.
Oh, everybody's an 81 baby except for the 60-year-old nigga
And
here.
me, I'm not 81, baby.
Who am I missing?
See? You just hit 40.
Today,
Welcome to the club, man.
Yo, welcome to the
club.
Hey, can I get an extra one for being a Gemini? My nigga. I'm June 12th.
And you're celebrating with us?
My son's June 5th.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
And you're here today. Like, on your birthday, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Is that like always working or like, yo, 143 was the time? I'm ready to just hang out with some niggas.
I wanted to come the last time, but
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah,
But as soon as he said second go around, I was like, you know what? Whatever it is, I'm gonna do it. I'll be there. And just so happened to land on my birthday. F it. I'm coming down. I can swear, huh?
Yeah,
Fuck it. I'm coming down anyway. I'm coming down anyway. So.
Are we
Great
taking you away
Pennsylvania.
from anything right now? Like you supposed to be at like
Yeah, like,
some
it's your
Ichigo
birthday.
Ichi type shit dinner?
I
with
DJ
family?
tonight.
Where
DJ
at?
tonight? Hollywood Lounge.
Oh, right around the corner.
Hollywood
Right
Lounge.
around the corner.
Never
like
stop
that.
working. I'm DJing my own birthday party.
That's what's up. It's usually
My brother and this
brother
usually
does it.
do it.
Yeah.
Yo, but isn't that what happens? Right?
Usually.
Around this age where it's like, my birthday is on Wednesday. Nigga, it's just Wednesday.
It's just a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Gotta work.
Made it around the sun again. Gotta go to work.
But I'm pretty sure it's like maybe different DJing, right? Like, cause like you putting the vibe on, and it's your birthday, or no?
No, it's not different.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't trust another DJ anyway, probably. So I would probably do my own parties anyway.
And you
so.
want to play your favorite songs.
And I know what I want, and I know who's coming in there. I know who's coming in there specifically for this day. I know specifically what they want to hit. I know 81 Babies are coming out tonight, so I know.
So
that
you know what you can play.
I know
with.
that. Yeah.
Which
Especially
are
for
your
me.
joints too that you like? Some.
For my birthday, yes, because I'm from that era. Because I'm
Yo,
from
so,
that
so
era.
this is your pregame?
It's my pregame. I have.
Okay.
So we
like
might.
Equipment's in the car. I better not get robbed. But equipment's in the car. Equipment's in the car.
This ain't live.
I heard the police siren. So
This ain't live.
So we might be indirectly responsible for either the greatest DJ night of your life
or the
worst DJ night of your life.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Walking in shop and like,
Fantastic.
where'd you come from?
Down the street.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We might have to swing by Hollywood.
Come through.
We might have to swing by Hollywood.
Come through.
They invite tank
I'm with
tops.
it.
Listen, because I went
Hot
there.
boy summer.
So Cole went for his birthday, got tore up. I went for my birthday, got tore up. Frank be acting the fool, man.
Frank asked.
Yo, you came to my birthday at Passions last year or the year before and got me smashed. You came up in there with Gramps.
Yep.
And everybody else, and you got me smashed the night on my birthday. Yeah, bad influence on my birthday.
Well, I mean, technically, it is your birthday, so you're supposed to,
Right.
you're supposed to celebrate those hard.
Ain't nobody
I
tell you
guess
to DJ?
Very true. Very true.
Like Alex goes super duper hard for his birthday.
I used to.
Used to?
I used to.
Alex goes.
Nice ain't doing nothing tonight. He ain't even touching the tables.
He'll probably come up for a little while, but he's probably not gonna. He's probably because Nizzy's already there too anyway. So Nizzy will rock on, then I'll get on, and then after a couple of shots, I'll probably get off and then let somebody else get on.
Okay.
I'm playing something tonight though. God damn it! I know what I want to hear.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know what I want to hear.
That's what's up.
Anybody go? Oh, they won't hear this. I'm
Yo,
not gonna say it. They won't hear it till
out
tomorrow.
of nowhere, as soon as I feel a rain on your face, so I can feel it for you.
In the zone too.
It's secretly one of my favorite songs, and it's my birthday. I can fucking play it. Whatever. Why not? Today's the day.
So to sit down and go home. So either hey, listen to it or nothing.
So how long you been DJing?
98, 2008, 2008, 23 years. I did that out loud, huh?
Yeah, that's fine.
23 years.
23 years.
You use your fingers.
When you say that, like, now really,
You've known me a long time.
Right.
You've known me a long
I'm
time.
like, wow, you've been DJing for 23 years, but I've known you before that.
Since I was 12, going to the
Yeah.
boys club.
What do you use today?
I still love the 1200s, but now because the clubs don't make the DJ booths like they used to, I had
They
to
give you tables and
I had to
shit.
get the I had to get the controller, so I got the SRT Serato controller. now.
Serato, right?
So you got the
Yeah,
Serato.
we talked about that
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Half Pint.
that's the reason why I asked because
we was
Half
talking.
Pint said
We was talking. So
Niggas is learning on the podcast.
Managing
Niggas is learning.
Half. So when I started managing Half, he had the CD joints. Right? So he didn't have crates of records, but he still had crates with the CD cases in them.
No, he didn't go. He's lucky.
And so we was. I'm talking about when I started managing. I know he had them before. He had the records, and Serato finally hit. And I knew a lot of DJs were like, "It's not DJing." Right, catching up to technology, like you said, you still want the 1200s. And Half said it. Like we went to a club one time. I forgot who. I think Chubb. He said, didn't he say Chubby Chubb? I think Chubb had him.
Yeah.
The Serato. And he saw how Chubb operated. He was like, "All right, I respect Chubb. I trust him.
The future is here.
The future is here."
I wrote it up to the longest. Like, I'm never getting that shit. That's bullshit. Y'all are lazy. Then I opened up for Clue in Cape Cod. Clue shut up. You ain't got Serato? Like, nah. He had to use my records. I was so embarrassed at that point. I was like, wow. I was so embarrassed at that point because
He said, you ain't got Serato.
He said, you ain't got Serato?
You ain't got no fucking Yeezy and Serato.
And from that point on, that's when I was like, I had to break down.
Wait, who'd you say?
Clue.
DJ Clue. Desert Storm.
Yep.
Yo, DJ Clue Desert Storm looked at you with utmost disgust.
Yeah.
Just,
what?
you gonna make me go in my old
How did
bag
that
now.
How did that go as far as?
Oh, no, he still killed it. He
Because
still
you
killed it.
organized your crazy.
So I knew everything he wanted.
Okay.
So this was
So you had to get the records for him.
Yeah, there you go.
So
He
But I
might
was still, but
appreciate
that
it,
one
though.
moment when he gave me that look, like,
Just the one look. But it might have been fulfilling for him to go back like, oh, I still got the analog
That's
stab
dope.
with me.
That's
I'm
dope
still,
that he still had the analog
yeah,
stab.
he still could pull that out. Like, all right, I still got it.
he pulled it off though.
So I'm
That was
confused.
it.
Why would he be mad at you for not having the equipment that he wanted? If it's you're DJing for you, right?
No, he's opened up.
Yeah, but he was the main guest. Like, he was the main DJ, and it was like, you know what, we want to get you to open up. Y'all here every weekend. And Clue's thinking, you know, you got a 2,000 people venue. Obviously, you're obviously going to
Where's
have
this
the
at?
latest. This is Cape Cod.
Okay.
He's like, obviously, you're going to have the latest and greatest in technology. But I was so stubborn on, I don't want to use a laptop. I want to use a laptop. I want to go with the records. And time was moving on without me. And the time came where,
So he's not bringing his, like,
at this time, I'm
He
still
got this.
carrying. At
He
this,
just got this.
That's all he showed up with, and we're still carrying recycling bins of records and stuff
Right,
like that.
right,
So he's expecting to just plug in, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not on that technology. I like this.
I would assume
learned
that
the
he
hard
would
way.
bring his own shit though. I guess that's why I was asking the question, because I would assume that he would be bringing his own.
nah, it's kind of like, I expect Serato and all my M&Ms.
No, so you got to
Like,
have
look,
a special.
dispersed in
you
different
book
colors.
you book a DJ, like you book like the Envy or something like that, and your club closes at 2. Envy's not getting on until 1 o'clock.
Right.
Right.
You still need
Yeah.
somebody else that's going to play music that time. So if you're getting your local DJ or something like that, who's not at that time, I wasn't the biggest with the money, so I didn't have the latest and greatest, but I could rock a crowd. I could rock a crowd.
Right.
And you'll hear it to this day. Some DJs still say, I need my own setup to be comfortable on my own set. At J.O. Daniels, you know, guys, want to come down and do a set? Just bring your laptop. Nah, fam, I need to set up. I got to be comfortable.
And it's probably the routine, right? Too setting up.
Not even that. Some people just love that 1200. Some people just
Okay.
love. Some people grow up without never touching a 1200. All they know is
Yep.
Yep.
so there's no common ground to it. There's no common ground to it.
So if I'm Clue and I'm coming in and I'm only gonna do it out anyway, why would I bring,
Why would I bring all
all
that
of my
stuff?
shit
Why would I
with
bring all
me
that stuff?
when I'm just gonna plug into your Serato anyway? Oh, you don't have Serato? Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell the club on the fine. I'm Clue. I'll bring everything. Give me an extra $2,000.
Exactly.
Or that
Club on the-
promoter could pay Joe from down the street $100 to open up. You wanna open up for Clue? Give you $100 in bar tab. Deal.
Yeah.
Got me free equipment for the next
Franchise got
night.
these 12s for you.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
But he worked. He made it work though.
Oh yeah, he still rocked it though. He
So
still
shout
cool.
out
How was
to Clue
your
for that
your
one.
transition from the 1200s to Serato? And what did you find?
It wasn't the equipment transition at first. It was the really knowing how to DJ to now.
blending it.
All you do is look at your laptop.
But
That
you
was
still
the
got to
transition.
find the records, right? You still. I mean,
No,
you
it's
gotta
crazy that
organize-
it's crazy that you say you managed Halfpint. Halfpint gave me maybe 200,000 of my first songs. So instead of having to burn every record onto an MP3, Halfpint gave me. He gave it to Naco actually.
And Half said it.
Can
He
you,
said,
can
I
you
had
push
to
the
burn
button
all
for
of
the
that.
applause right there? Where
I'm giving you guys some secrets, boys.
that's a fact right there. Where first
Half's
of all,
like I didn't know.
can we celebrate that black man love real quick? Where it's like, yo, let me give you
it's true though, it's true.
a 250,000 records real quick.
That's gonna be
He actually gave it to DJ Naco, and I taught DJ Naco how to DJ. In return, Naco was like, you know what? Boom. Here's 250,000 in first song.
So it's a whole lineage. It passed from to 3 people.
there you go. There you
A
go.
library.
And he probably
of
still doesn't.
music.
He still doesn't know this until right now.
That's
That's a fact. That's
fire,
fire.
bro.
Shout out to DJ Halfpint.
That's
Could you also
fire.
share?
Nope. From that point on, I did not give nobody no music except for my brother. But it wasn't even the whole thing.
Right.
He knew what he wanted. So
But your entry into DJ, how did that happen?
1998.
Oh,
I was infatuated with Big League mixtapes, DJ Juice mixtapes.
Were you rapping?
Then no. Then no. 98, I wasn't rapping. No. And my best friend BJ.
Yep.
I used to go to Lennox Ave all the time just to watch BJ DJ.
I remember you saying
was
that
my
at the
boy,
funeral.
man. Yeah, I learned how to DJ from
Where's
BJ.
Lennox Ave?
it's in Providence.
On Broad
Elmwood
Street.
Ave.
On Broad
Alright,
Street.
alright.
Well, close. Well, BJ lived closer to
Elmwood Ave. We were close to Elmwood Ave, yeah.
DJ Quest.
Ooh, I remember DJ Quest. That name. What was you guys' group name? SFM.
bringing them back. So it's 1998. It's BJ. I don't want to get it wrong.
I was a huge fan of Big League, Mike Nice, DJ Juice.
These are you. I think you were talking about them at the bar.
Yeah.
With,
so Big League's from Mike Nice, then transitioned to Big League, which is a DJ from here.
We were having that conversation with DJ Half Pint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 1998. You are 17, which, by the way, 1998, greatest year of my life.
One of the greatest ever.
Promise you.
What happened there?
When you do that,
One, I was honor roll.
Okay.
I was
I was a senior in high school.
all city,
Yeah.
and I was deep in vagina. Deep in vagina in 1998. 17, I was losing it, boy. So 1998 was a great year. I'm an 81 baby too. So 1998 was fire.
I'm an 80.
Yeah, see, I hope that 1997 was right for you. But so 1998, while I'm playing ball and all deep into vagina, you're focusing on building your whole career right now, not even knowing you're doing it.
I was only focusing on doing blends. That's
Right.
all I focused on, was doing blends and mixtapes. That's all I focused on. Never thought about doing parties in my life at all.
Not one.
Never wanted to do one.
Wow.
Never wanted to do one.
Why's that?
At that time, I wasn't going to clubs, so I wasn't seeing what people were seeing in club DJs and why they were so
And your
important.
personality was a little different.
I was shy. I was a shy, skinny kid. Basketball. I had like maybe 3 or 4 friends. I had one cool friend, which was BJ. That was the one cool friend that connected me to the whole rest of Providence. But other than that, yeah, I wasn't out like that, sneaking in the clubs and stuff like that. So the blend thing, that was an infatuation.
That was your art.
That was my art. I could do it. I could do blends in my head without even hearing the songs, and then go home and knock it out within seconds.
Top 3 favorite
Within
blends
seconds.
that you've done.
That I've done. I did Mary J. Blige with 50 Cent. I Get Money. I love that blend when I did it.
What was
When
the
I
Mary J. Blige song?
I Can Love You. When I did
I can love
there you
you.
go.
I get money. Money.
There you
I
go.
can okay, all right. Well, I'm trying to figure out. Well, I don't know what tempo RPM that is right there, but
There's
I'm
always
trying to figure out that
was
one.
there a go-to? Because you know, if you listen to
Raphael
Mike Nice,
Sadiq. It's in you. It's not enough. I should go to acapella.
Mike Nice always had him.
We always. Where you make me feel. Everybody has their one.
Nigga pulls out Raphael Sadiq.
That was the
Thank
go-to
you.
one. That was the one.
Because
to go
everybody
Thank
to.
you,
had go-tos
bro.
like a signature, and you knew this one was going to be fire because it usually either sets off the mixtape or somewhere in the middle.
That's
That's
crazy.
what it was. And that's what it was. And then
There's a third one. We had Mary J. And
I had
50.
another Mary
We
J
got-
that I used to love too. Be Happy with Method Man and Redman. How High, the original How High off the show soundtrack though.
So
Boom
hard
boom,
rocking.
boom boom boom.
Wait, am I wrong with How High?
They did
So
two.
How
They
Did I
did two
Kiss
beats.
the
Same
Sky?
song,
They did two beats.
but
They
they did
did
two
two
different
different
beats
beats.
though.
Okay. And it was mixed with what Mary song?
Be Happy. How can I? I love the acapellas that everybody could sing.
Yeah.
Those are the acapellas I love. So if you're playing my mixtape walking down the street, I know it's mine because you're singing along to songs back to back. Oh, I did that. Word.
Yeah.
So
Yo, Mary
Is
J.
that the
Blige
best
is in
thing
your
about
top
the blend
3
tape?
twice.
Right, because during that time, people were still riding down Broad Street, right? Windows down, blasting their favorite
You
blend,
can hear it.
right? You can hear it. What's that feeling like?
The greatest. Try not to smile.
That's me. Yeah, that's
But there was none of this. There was
Right,
none of that.
right, right.
There was none of that.
Imagine if it was that.
I'd be woo.
Like it was literally word of ear.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, word
facts.
of ear.
And that's still at the time
God,
where
I just heard you roll down the street. Oh wait, let me get my what was it called? 2A pager. Do we have those?
I had a
1990.
sidekick.
Sidekick. Yeah, that's what it was. The little flip joint. Oh, you was balling.
No, not 98. It was a regular black pager.
yeah,
Yeah,
It was the
I'm
regular
like,
black
damn, how you
pager.
get all that
You had
already?
to turn it upside down and read the secret message.
What was the one that we had? Was it Smart Beat? Is that what it was called? It was like $1.89 a month or whatever. Maybe that was in New York only.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the Smart Beat. Not everybody could
But that's
afford
also
the real
the same
pager.
time where Walkmans were still banging, right? And you wanted to have the loudest headphones.
Radio Shack headphones,
Right.
baby. The ones
Yeah,
that
you
were
had
inside your
that.
hair.
Huh?
You
Sitting on
didn't have
that.
Walkmans.
Yes.
And
Yeah, we did.
you had CD players in '98. You'd have
Started off with
Walkmans.
Walkmans.
Started off with Walkmans.
In 98?
Because the goal was to get, the Gray Maxell tape. Am I going too far back for you guys?
no,
I used to say
Educate
Burkina
me.
on the top of it.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then
There
you're on
we
the
go.
city bus. You want
There you go.
everybody to hear
Yeah.
your music through your headphones, not like
Crazy. No, I understand.
like you can hear that shit,
Yep.
right? My shit
Yo,
was
y'all had
banging.
Walkmans in '98?
Yeah.
Oh no. we was off that. We was off that.
But I was in high school, so wasn't really working. I had a KFC job, so yeah, I had to tape that.
I didn't have I had a CD player in '98.
That's what I'm saying.
You would get on the
but even the CD player was
But
like
not every
$129.
That skipped every single
But
time I
DJ
Skipped everywhere. Don't fuck that
No,
CD
those,
up at all.
those were out, but DJs here wasn't putting their stuff on CD.
We put it on
they
CDs,
put it
yeah.
on tapes and
It's still on tape.
Yeah, we heard him. He's been fighting technology since day one now. He's been fighting the girls since day one. On his first year, he was fighting the girl. Like, should have put this shit on CD.
When the Juice joint come out? What year was that?
Let's talk about what Juice 39, that R&B one. Woo, 99. I was a senior in high school. You guys had already graduated though. 99. That mixtape changed my life.
Did it?
Changed my
Changed
life.
a lot of people's life.
I heard somebody else said that, right? Who said that?
What?
Was that Half Pint?
Half Pint.
Yo, that mixtape changed my
No,
life.
that's still a classic till today. Like,
It is. It is.
Cash Money Records is on.
It was all R&B. It was all R&B.
What was the R&B in '99? Is that A. Marie?
We're talking Horace Brown.
Horace Brown, yeah.
Things we do for love. Diamond ring. We're talking stuff like that. Woo. Damn, I missed that era.
Who else? Is it Carl Thomas yet?
Carl Thomas just came out with that. I wish. I wish
Yep.
I never. Yeah, just came out
Case.
with that. Talking about
Kid,
seven.
definitely Case. Case was already
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Touch me, tease me. He was already out.
Who's my name?
music. Is music out? Or is
Not yet.
That's
Nah, I
not
don't
yet.
think
Not
music's
yet.
out yet.
It was. We're missing one more person.
Donald Jones?
Donald Jones, Brian
Donald Jones.
McKnight,
Right.
Yep.
You still got the Joe.
702 Stilo,
Joe.
Yep.
Joe.
Joe.
Who's
Yep.
the nigga that cheated on Halle Berry?
There's a lot of guys who did that.
Eric Benet.
Yes, Eric Benet.
He's like David Justice. Eric Benet. Yeah, don't disrespect my queen like that.
I stayed defending her though.
I'll still give it all up right now for
I stayed defending Hollywood.
100%.
Her and J Lo are like
Toxic.
made for the streets, though.
I don't know if they made for this.
But I feel like
not made for
I feel
that.
like
It's like
Halle Berry gets the bad end of the stick.
She always does.
J-Lo gets the cut in the.
Yeah, J Lo will cut you off. Holly Berry's forever getting cut off.
That's why Jay put her in the song. You know what I mean?
Don't go Eric Benet.
Don't go Eric Benet. Eric Benet responded to that like, nigga, you saw all the bitches I got. You be like, how are you?
Nah,
That's how he responded to that?
because it's just not the same now.
I'm paraphrasing, but that's what I got out of it.
I think the way he said, "Don't go Eric Benet."
You think she's the baddest I've ever had?
Yeah,
No, that's his response to it. I don't know.
I'm just saying, don't go Eric Benet means like, don't lose this gold mine of a woman.
Right.
I think
And
what
then
Eric
end
Benet.
up nobody.
Eric Benet
I
said,
think
you
what
don't
Eric
know what I
Benet.
know.
Right.
But who's Eric Benet?
He dated Halle. He knows Halle Berry.
I know that part, but after Halle Berry, who's Eric Benet?
He don't care about that.
We're talking about him right now.
As a caution of what not to do.
No,
As a question of what not to
we're talking about that artist first.
So take us back to, so you started with, the blends, that was your shit. How did you transition into where you are today? Like what made you like?
Once I got cut from the basketball team my senior year, I said, you know what, F it, I'm just gonna go full time. Mount Pleasant.
My nigga, hold on.
Charlie was in?
So you made it junior year?
Charlie was there?
Yes, they cut me because I had made it on the team, like junior, played that. And then that next year, there was a winter ball the same day as a game. And he was like, nah, you got to come to this game. I done spent the $60 already. I went to the winter ball.
Yours is
us
98?
This is 99, my senior year.
Who's on that team?
Get in that box.
That's when Donnie Rock came.
Donnie Rock.
Corey was there.
Corey.
Donnell Wilson was there. Adi's last
Juan.
year was there.
Juan
Which
was there,
Corey?
right?
Yep, Juan was still there. Toka had just left.
Yeah.
And we had somebody else too. But they lost that game.
Mike Acevedo.
There you go. Every person that went to that winter ball, he cut us all.
Yeah, you ain't dedicated.
Fuck it. They were like 4 months.
blends work
4
out.
months later, I ended up DJing their basketball games though, so it didn't matter.
All right.
I ended
You
up
went to the
DJing their
game.
basketball games.
You went back to the
So I
game.
still went to the game.
Yeah,
just didn't
you still
play
went to the
anymore.
game.
I feel like
Rest
when
in
you
peace
made...
to Rest in peace to Coach Ahern, man.
Ahern, man,
Yes.
at the game with a bottle of Jack Daniels right there.
Word.
Only way to deal with you niggas.
The only way to do it.
Yeah, some of y'all going to
Red
the
face.
Wimbledon, some of y'all going to be here, somebody being a DJ, I'm going to get locked
Red in the
up.
face every game.
I love that.
But like kids loved him, man. Players loved him.
Ahern was cool though.
Give me that Jack D, man. I got to deal with these kids, bro.
And then I ended up doing TD at URI. And then once I went there,
Is that talent
That's
development?
Party Central.
Yeah.
Party Central.
I was still doing mixtapes, but then they had their Midnight Madness. Stress canceled. He couldn't do it. And my boy John, he told, Chip Dog. I don't know if you guys know Chip Dog.
Oh,
Chip
yeah,
Dog was
yeah,
running
yeah.
at the time. He was running
Fashion
at parties.
model.
There you go. And there's like, yo, you want to do a party? We'll give you $75. I ain't never did a party in my life. I'm like, no, I shouldn't do no party.
I'll just play my blade.
And you didn't want to do parties, right? Like,
I didn't want to do parties either. I didn't want to do parties.
You didn't do the Midnight Madness, but you did the party after.
The party after,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And they're like, it's easy, $75. Just do what you do on your mixtapes. I'm like, yeah, but all I do is blend. Those are fire. Like, it's not
That's
easy
different.
to blend in front of a bunch at a party. So I'm like, fuck. And my boy already took the $75. So we had to go to my grandfather's church, steal the speakers out the church.
Still the speakers on
Yeah,
the church.
take off
Do
the
people
cop.
know this story?
Now they do. Now they do.
Giving away a lot of secrets here.
And set up some car speakers up in the hall at URI. And I did that one party.
Car speakers.
Yeah. And from then on,
Got it done.
they just kept asking me to come back and do it. Come back
You
and do
alright
it.
parties were jumping.
Yes.
Won't God do it?
Yes.
We used to drive from Wick.
Stole the
Did it that day.
speakers out of the church.
We used to
Won't
drive
God
from
do
Wick.
it?
To go to URI?
You alright?
I'm trying to
There you
figure
go.
out who was DJing that day that we went.
Yes. Who was DJing?
What was
It probably
going on?
was Franchise.
I think it was Franchise.
What happened?
Which
was-
which
The
incident
basketball
happened?
team got
The football
into
team.
the football team got into a fight. with a
Yeah, I
bunch-
was there. Yeah.
That was us.
It was in the
That was us.
ballroom.
That was
Oh, it was
us.
yours?
That was
Yeah, it was
us.
a ballroom party. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, then.
Yeah, it was packed in there. It was packed
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Was you there with the
I think somebody got
South
stabbed. Somebody.
Is that when Booker kept fighting?
No, I was a freshman. So you
If you was a freshman at college, I was finishing my year.
Are we
senior year.
past the statute of limitation? This is a lot of admission going
I
on
ain't
right
getting no names.
I
now.
have like
They admitted themselves.
So like he orchestrated the whole shit. Y'all stabbed the football
I
or
never see
basketball
orchestrated
player.
anything.
Yeah,
Just
no,
like,
nobody.
damn.
We've never
So
talked
make sure
about
we
who
all right.
Speaking of like
East
fight,
Side, yeah, I know the fight you're talking about. No, yeah,
Yeah.
I was DJing that one too.
I missed that party.
I can't
You
go
got
to a
lucky.
franchise party.
You got lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know why all them people from Providence came to URI. I never understood that.
Like,
But
it wasn't-
they
We
were
went there
there.
to have a good time.
College students.
It wasn't
just
Providence.
college students.
It was never usually just college party. It was all hood people there. Those are all hood people
Driving all the
there.
way to Kingston.
You know what's hilarious? You know what's hilarious?
Driving all the way to Kingston.
Do you remember a lot of college kids there?
At the parties?
I never do.
Yes, Rick,
I mean, the
people
first
from
hour.
Rick and people from Mass that would come into the parties. But other than that, like students that I was in class, never at my parties. You know my party on Friday? No, I didn't. Really
I want to
DJ
live.
that.
I want to graduate. I have a lot of loans. I can't die right now.
What
So.
happened? The reason why we used to go up there is because when I got there, it was Harambe at Rick. And when I was a freshman,
The gorilla?
now I was a.
We didn't have one, so we had to merge with you guys.
So we.
Wait, I'm bugging.
so
What's Harambe?
It was African. You got to Google.
It's like a.
No beat. Is there not a gorilla named
There is.
Harambe that got murdered or some shit like that? Like, that's what I go to. You say it to me. I'm like,
This was.
yeah, I think say
This was
Kwanzaa. I know Kwanzaa.
This was like a
Juneteenth.
group. It wasn't a sorority or fraternity because you didn't have those at Rick, but it was like a group, an org within the school. And so when I was a freshman, they used to throw on the parties at Rick.
Okay.
That be us.
This is the multicultural
Yeah.
group
Yeah,
on
yeah,
campus.
yeah.
All right, I didn't go to the school. I
like a
didn't
resource
know.
group.
My
When you said Harambe, I thought about the gorilla. I'm like, what the fuck? Where we going?
So it'd be us five in there.
Okay.
This is URI party tonight. Load up the car. We're out of here. And fly up to URI.
But you wouldn't do that before the five of you each reached out to another five people.
Absolutely.
And now 25 of you are heading
Yes,
towards
yes.
the URI party.
Yes.
Okay.
No, because what is the other 20 people reached out to us and like, where you at? Harambe party. Stupid. No, we're on our way to URI. Wait, we're coming too.
Yeah.
And then my sophomore year, I became the vice president of
That's when I was
Harambe.
DJing.
I was like, we got to turn these parties up.
That's when I was out there.
I said, I got a DJ Buck connect. My parents connected to DJ Buck. We had DJ Buck, we had Ruckus. I was mad at Ruckus. I said, because URI packed our party out. And all he did was shout out URI and the whole party. But I get it from a DJ's perspective when you look at the crowd.
Gotta keep it
The URI in the building, through the roof. Is Rick in the building?
All right, well, here we go. Fuck Rick then.
I said, Ruckus, if you shout out, you want to get paid?
Nah, that was wrong. Is Rick in the building? Is white boy Ricky in the building? And you are right. That's all we need.
But nah, it was like even in that time, URI would do their parties on a different night. But it was like we going up there, we taking a risk.
That's dope.
A lot of people driving with
Yeah.
no license, we drinking.
Yeah,
That long ass, dark ass room too, fam.
It get real dark. On
No, it's worse on the way back.
On the way back,
Now
yeah.
you're drained from the party. It's just like
It is dark.
It's 4, right? You got to take
Yeah,
exit
4,
9 to
yep.
4, 4 to 2, right?
Yep.
Somewhere on.
there's a couple ways to
on
get there.
4.
That back road.
The back road. You're gonna get fucked up. You
The
go that
speed
back road
limit
after
changes
drinking.
from 55 to 35, then back to 55. I got pulled over on that 55 to 35. Thank God I was just like just a day trip, all good. It's like, do you know your speed? I was like, nah, it was 55. Well, not for this patch. This patch is 35. So I could just imagine being 19 years old, going to a party, leaving a party,
Throwing shit out
just
the window
survived
to other
a
cars.
stabbing. You know what I mean?
Like, what kind of mentality?
Did you throw out the window?
Fam,
That wasn't me.
fam,
That wasn't me.
It was a crazy night.
That was
Yeah.
the whole.
Ruckus,
We
get
knew the
to
whole
it.
ride up there is about to be a
said
bad night.
Ruckus.
Crazy
We should have
night.
known. We
Franchise.
should have known. But
Franchise, get to it. Inquire. Inquire.
What happened?
What happened? We still want to know.
We drove up there.
No. I want Alex to tell us that.
exactly. But it's not me.
Were you in my car though?
Yes, I was with you. Yeah, it was-
Then you could tell a story. You could tell a story.
You can at least corroborate.
I can't. because I
Seems
don't-
like you know the most though.
We were
You
in
the one
the
that brought it up.
car. We were in the car and we were driving and we were on Route 1.
So
Right?
this is
Oh, no, Route
99?
four,
Is
Route
it still
four.
99?
This is 99.
This is,
Whatever.
girl, you look good. Won't you back that ass
This is
up?
100% 99. I'm in
Okay.
college and
Yes.
yep. So this is 99. I'm with a college friend at the time. I'm with Alex.
Just
Corn. There's other
already
family
don't like
members
it.
that we will
naming names
remain.
and shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, we'll name the people that have been on or that are associated. But at some point in time, somebody in the car thought that the car that was beside us was starting trouble. I don't know how you
See
get
the
to
way
that
that nigga looked at
determination. Right. Like, that's the type of person that we were dealing with that was in the car. At the time, this is the type of person that's in the car where you have the audacity to look at another car and be like, I think this person wants to fight me right now. I think this motherfucker wants
Look at
to
his
beat. And we had stopped at McDonald's, and he had gotten
Oh,
like
y'all stopped?
before going to
okay, yep,
so on the road he had a bag of McDonald's and it had French fries and a milkshake and an apple juice.
He did
In
not
the
throw
bag.
it in the car. He did not throw it inside the other car.
In the
He
bag.
did not
First of all,
throw
he
it
had
in-
no regard for diabetes.
First
but-
and foremost, the car was tinted. The other car was tinted.
So how do you even know he's upset? Look ahead.
I can see through that.
The car was tinted, and when the stuff was thrown at the other car, we realized that it was a car full of girls
Women.
going to the same party.
going to the same party.
Was it bad?
Oh, this is
They
on
weren't-
the way
they weren't
there.
bad looking. This is on the way there.
So he's not even
This
lit
was
yet.
on the-
Wait, you didn't even get to the party yet.
No.
Oh, let's not even talk about the
I
party.
think you should turn around. It was
Turn
going to be a
around.
bad night.
Gotta turn around. I don't like it.
You thought things were going to get better?
Can't be responsible for that. I can't be responsible for him.
Hindsight being 2020, it did. But at the time, yeah, the party was great.
Party was good.
The party was excellent.
What year is this?
99,
Yeah, I think it's
2000.
99. Yeah, the
I
party
get
was,
it. You're young.
Yeah, we,
party was great. My car window got smashed. I had a
Alex
couple
was
laughs.
outside.
My car window got smashed.
House is great.
Alex, you was outside.
Wait. What kind of car was you driving?
I had just gotten a 2000.
Don't say Intrepid.
I'm
yes.
Bro, are we talking about?
2001. It was
Are we talking about the
2001.
party I did down the line when
Yes.
your back window got?
Yes.
1,000%.
My bad. I got what? You got
Yes.
in some bad situations,
Yes.
huh?
1,000%.
It was my car.
He said, don't say it's a trip.
Don't say the Intrepid because I remember the Intrepid
You want me
shit.
to tell you how that happened?
Wait. Back up. What?
When I came home, I seen the rock getting ready, and I seen it hat.
It wasn't a rock. It was a 40.
Whatever it was, I said I heard the smell. I remember the car. That's how I know.
Who doing 40 at your car?
Let me.
say the
So listen.
Intrepid.
So I'm not gonna talk about the party. I'm not. I had just gotten.
It was a great party.
It was a great party. It was a great party. And
Franchise, we
Yeah.
gotta let people know it was a great party. So great party.
I was on fire that night.
Yeah.
I want your emotions to get invoked in this thing.
All right, go ahead.
Picture coming from poverty and just buying a 2000 Intrepid and it's 2001. So the year's 2001.
It's nice.
Okay,
Right?
flex.
Flatback.
Sure, you flex on it. You flex on it.
Man,
You had that
I
nice
did
Intrepid,
that,
boy.
right? Right, I did that.
Is that
$13,000 I think it cost me.
Is that the joint in belly? That body style?
It was that body style. That's
Yeah,
it was that body
yeah.
style. Yeah, I just got it.
Right?
Yo, I just got it.
That was like a spaceship.
was like a spaceship.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was fucking. I was so proud of this car. Just got the car. I think it was a little tinted or whatever. Which again, the other car was tinted. My car was tinted. I don't know how. Whatever, right? But whatever.
That nigga looking at me funny. White girl.
It makes sense now. They went and told. Now I get why that white dude came out there. It all makes sense. All from that situation with the McDonald's.
With the McDonald's milkshake, homie.
I don't know if that started the situation.
But it would make sense for those girls to go and tell them, hey, those.
We ran into some shit on the road.
Because
that guy.
There was no
and
need for
that
you guys
girl.
to have problems with those
They
guys.
told those guys.
They told football players.
Football players.
They told
They
football,
told football
players.
players.
Okay. I never even put this together.
Neither did I.
I never put this together.
My question was.
We did this together.
So as the fight is happening, right? As the fight is happening, the fight starts happening, and then all of a sudden, the fight originated with us.
Fight happens in the party or outside?
In the party.
starts in the party.
It starts in. It happens with us, and then we somehow are no longer part of the fight, and now it's a party, and now everyone else is fighting the fight.
These football niggas for a minute. We just needed somebody to spark it for us.
And like
Fam, I'm having the time of my life because I'm no longer in the fight now. So now I'm a spectator, and I have my boys with me, and we're looking at the party, and we're looking at the fights, and we're like, if it comes our way, we're gonna have to react. But for the time being, let's be spectators and we're laughing, right?
Stay ready.
We're having a good time. My college friend at the time was like, "Yo, let me get your keys, cause this party's not gonna continue," and I just start up the car. So I was like, "All right," and I gave him my keys.
Do you still get paid?
For
The party.
Two party?
If it ends because of the fight.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
you get paid before that, right?
Hell yeah.
So
Make sure you ain't fuck up your money.
So I give him the keys.
We'll talk about it. I got a method to that.
I give him the keys not knowing. I think that this was the case. I'm not sure. I think
You
he
like
was
two
scared.
The name
milkshakes.
of the podcast is The Fight.
I think he was scared. So what happened was he wanted
Not
to get
being
away,
intrepid.
but I think I don't know what made him back the car. It was a long road.
Long road, yeah.
Somehow he backed the car into the fight.
We were out of it.
We're out of your car. That's my car. Why is my car driving down the street in reverse?
You still
Why is
like
my-
each other?
Bro, no. He went back and forth up the street.
Right?
He
Why?
did. I remember this
Why is
party
my car doing
as
that?
day now.
Why is
Because
my
he
car doing
almost
that?
hit a bunch of us. I remember this
Yeah.
party
Yeah.
clear as
Right.
day
Outside
now.
perspective.
He was lit.
You are
Yes.
traumatized.
He was lit.
Yes.
You are traumatized right there.
To know that's crazy.
remember the
details.
I know the details of that whole party now. Yeah, I know the details of that whole
That's why
party
when Reem
now.
was like, "Are we?"
And how many parties have you done since then?
We was like, yo, who was that? Vroom.
That was crazy. Like, what are you trying to do? You trying to kill people?
And we didn't know what he was
Like,
doing. We didn't know what he was
doing. And that's my car. You're using my car to do that. Why are you doing
new
that?
car.
My new. Why are you doing that? And then all of a sudden, you see a football player. He has a 40 in his hand, and it's just like, and I look at my car and I'm like,
Like, it was crazy. Like,
Not my next year shit.
my next
"Not
year.
my next year's shit."
Like, you have.
And honestly, I'm not mad at the football
How many
player.
people at your age that come from where you come from buy a car that's only a year old?
Yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
nigga Cabo was about 38. And we were talking about 1999, 2000. Yeah, Cabo about 33 years old right now.
First and foremost, yeah, I'm not going to talk about how I got the car.
Like, I had a 90 Maxima in
Oh, I have no
2005.
questions.
Yeah,
about it,
but
dog.
it was
enterprise
a
hustle.
come
I knew
up,
a
man.
nigga
Like,
that worked
it
at
was,
enterprise.
No, absolutely.
it was the best $13,000 investment I ever made.
So a football
We'll
player
talk
puts
about how
a
you got it
40
another
through the
time.
back of your
$4,000.
windshield?
Yes, the back of the back door, the driver's side back door of the car.
All right, so now I'm just seeing a crime scene here. Glass shattered all the way inside. That's a detailing. Got to get a whole
Those
new
windows
window.
are tinted?
You can't even go to the
Oh, so
junkyard.
it's even worse. No,
and
Reem, it's
get-
even worse if there's tint on the window.
It's all fucked up because
Right.
he can't go to the junkyard and replace the
No.
window with an old window because it's the new model.
And the door is fucked up.
And the door is
He
fucked
got
up.
the door.
What'd you buy homie for his birthday last year?
Who's home?
The dude that was dropping in traffic.
Oh, I haven't seen him.
We
yet.
didn't see each other.
Smart
You see that,
man. Smart man. I just this is what did
No beef. Shout out to him, man.
Ain't no beef, but yeah, nigga, you know what you did.
Speaking of like fights,
But don't party, and that's probably why.
speaking of fights and parties, do you ever feel or do you ever see as a DJ that this music is turning this shit up to a point where it's gonna get violent?
So that's when we get back to, do you still get paid if you leave early? Sometimes we go out of state I look at my boys.
I got you.
A lot of niggas in here. You want to leave? All right, give me a second. Get my Bone Crusher. Attention! On my Little John records.
You said the
I'm all ready. Yo, stop packing up, fellas.
You said
Give me a
it.
minute. I had the greatest down south
3
set
records
ever.
away.
With 4 records in.
Get that
Rumble.
Acid Troy going.
So they pay.
You already paid.
out.
But
I did this out of state a lot.
on the flip side, though, do you ever see
I don't fuck up the beef
where
at
it's
home.
like, I don't want to fuck this up, but I can see a fight happening.
And switch the vibe, yeah.
So what do you go to?
name of love.
I don't even necessarily have to slow it down or go to R&B, but since I learned how to talk, I got the ability to say something for a quick second or two and transition to something else, and where it'll change that whole vibe. So even if I gotta go from a down south song to damn, I gotta get on some dancehall before they start bugging. Boom. Shots everybody that's in here. Don't forget to hit the bar. Such and such. Let's go. There you go.
What's your
Transition.
favorite transition? Because I know certain DJs have a transition song to go into another set or
don't have
another
one.
genre. You know?
Let me ask you a question about the learning how to speak aspect, right? Because public speaking is like #1 fear in the world. And I'm listening to you even now that you're in front of me, and also listen to you while you're on the radio. You don't use ums and likes. How did you train yourself into, I guess, this ability?
I had to take a public speaking class. It was part of my college. Now that you said it, now you're gonna stumbling. My college classes,
Yep.
but you would have to get up there every day for
Yep.
15 minutes and give a full, dialogue about yourself. So it's like you could talk about yourself, but the hard part is you can't say you can't say like, and you can't say such and such this many times. Doing
Right.
that for like a good 2 months, you eventually learned it. And
I
then
love it.
and then also we're going on radio, learning how to not swear. It also made it easier to not say and install. So
You guys have a great format. Like I said to you prior to the podcast, I take my son to school every Tuesday. So that ride that I take him to school, that ride there and from home, I'm listening to you guys.
Cool.
Fuck, what was I gonna go?
Franchise
It sounds like you guys have a format that sounds like you swear. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like
That's true.
It's not as 106. Like 106, you can tell.
You can tell us properly.
They're not swearing.
You would think that they wrote this script.
You're right, but you guys have a format where you're talking. It's almost like podcast form, conversational
It's
style,
niggerish, but it's not.
But it's
and you almost feel like you could probably swear. A curse word is gonna come out, and it never does. You know what I'm saying?
I had to going through a bunch of hosts, but searching for hosts, I had to find people that are naturally like that. This is how I naturally am. Every time you meet, I'm hyper like this. On the radio here, I'm naturally like this, and I had to find people that were naturally like that. So even on or off air, when you're at your house or at your job, you're naturally like that. So once I found a couple of people like that, we could naturally talk to each other just like this.
Without swearing.
Without swearing.
But I think it's the content too, right? The content is different.
Oh, we walk the edge. We walk the edge.
Right.
And we look over it.
But
But it's like, all right, come on back. Yeah, come on back.
I think
man.
that's why you would get the impression that you be on there cursing, but you don't. Right? But you said you get to the ledge.
And we'll look over.
But what got you, right? Because you did say that you was shot, right? What got you there?
To where?
To the point where you was it the public speaking class or was it something before that? To be able to speak and
Once I
That oratory ability.
right.
it got to a point of having a crappy microphone, and then my mixtape style switch. Having a crappy microphone where it wasn't as clear back in the day. We had everything wasn't the greatest. I had to yell. Yo, I need you to chill out back there. We're closing fit. So then it just
in the building.
my voice naturally just became. Now it sounds like I'm always yelling every time I talk, but this is how I naturally talk though.
I told you, I thought you would be 265 pounds, full big.
And
I was like, this is gonna be a big nigga. Yeah, I hope that chick can sustain him.
And then too, for mixtapes, one thing that was with the talking, I first started doing sound effects. And I don't care what you say. We really should have got paper towel. I don't care what you say. Nobody was doing the sound effects. Like I'd make my mixtape sound like you're in space or something like that. Just constant sound effects. And a lot of other DJs and a lot of entertaining people, they hated it. But fans loved it. Fans brought it all the time. And that's when I learned, you know what, okay, fine. All the DJs think this is whack, but yeah, the people go, I'm gonna do something different. So you guys don't like sound effects. What else don't you guys like? Oh, you guys don't like people talking? You know, I'm gonna this mixtape and talk a couple of times. Shout some people out. Shout up a couple of businesses. Now people are hitting you up. Yo, I'll give you $50-$60. You shout me out on that mixtape once or twice.
Dope.
So then it became a natural part of my style of DJ.
Yeah.
Like to get me to go do a party or anything like that and say we don't want no talking, find another DJ.
Yeah.
Find another DJ. Because anybody that's coming to hear me, they know that I'm gonna.
What DJs don't?
Yeah, for real. That's weird.
What DJs don't?
I know there's some that don't. Some come with a what would you call somebody else to do the talking for them.
Who Kid doesn't talk at his parties. Clue doesn't talk at his parties.
But he talks a lot on the radio.
On the radio, yes.
A lot.
On the radio, yes, he does. And on his mixtapes too. Never shut the hell up.
Mixtapes,
but,
for sure.
but let me tell you something. A mixtape DJ and a party DJ is two totally different people. As long as you know that, right? That's the thing with Clue.
You're curating in one aspect,
yes, it is.
and another one you're
But
improvising.
also you're performing.
What does that? What does that mean? And what's that?
Just because a DJ can do a great mixtape doesn't mean he can rock a crowd.
Shout out to my
There's a
because
diff-
I love him to death, but I didn't think Mike Nice was the best
Party DJ. Not the best party DJ, but he's one of the greatest mixtape
because
DJs.
they'll play Mobb Deep and Chill Rob G the whole party. Nobody's
Right.
dancing to Mobb Deep and Chill
I
Rob
see what
G.
you're saying.
Spend my lifetime in between the paper's lines.
No, people dance to that.
Of course.
Right.
But
But
then when we get to the
Straight out the
next
motherfucking
one,
bag.
I mean, to know the best 20 hits, everybody knows that.
Ain't no girls dancing.
Everybody knows the best 20 hits, but fam, the party's 4 hours. What are you gonna do for the next 60 songs you need to play?
Did you see some DJs recycling songs throughout the party? And it's
I'm gonna give you this cool rap.
I've been here since you got on set, dog.
You played this 53 times.
I'll
Three
get
times.
money. I'll get. No, I don't want to hear it.
3 times. But you can do that. You can do that if you're rocking the crowd. If
And the
you're
energy's
talking the
different,
crowd,
right.
there you go.
Right.
So I think that's what all that matters. Is
I think what you've mastered is the ability to pause. That's what I'm hearing. You actually speak quickly, very fast.
Oh yeah.
But you stop yourself, and then little moment, little pause, then back to the. You do it. I think that's one of the greatest. What I hear when I hear you on the radio, I'm just like, yo, this guy's. I thought you were massive, bro. I'm like, this
not at all. Not at all.
Nah, this is as cool as DJ Franchise.
That's all
with
it
incredible oratory skill.
So can we talk about something right now?
Let's go, man.
The
You probably should have just started with this.
no. This ain't even this. It's
Are we talking about the
I would have
franchise
smoked,
report?
but I would have broke weed
like
up on this. GFM Entertainment presents Ev Coming Attractions,
That's a long time ago,
hosted
family.
by DJ Franchise.
That's a long time ago.
Upcoming
What was F
attraction?
doing?
Rapping.
Rapping.
Oh, all right, that's right.
Ev.
That shit sounded like some Luke Freak
Ev
Fest
was-
shit.
Ev was
before,
rapping?
man.
Ev was rapping before Korn. Ev was actually the GFM
Yep.
star rapper.
Did you send a picture of like
Does
a
he have a-
picture,
does he
or
have
is
a-
that CD a
Does he
real
have
thing?
music?
I got that CD still.
In your Serato?
It's F music.
No, but
Can we
got it
play
on the crib.
that music?
I got it. I just got it at my crib.
Yo,
We need that.
Oh, I thought you had it. You don't have it.
Let's
No,
have
that's a picture of a picture, bro.
Oh, Nadine posted it. That's right.
Yes.
let's have an Ev
Oh,
and
no, I got
Copper
it.
night.
Every mixtape I posted, I have.
Shit, I'll bring mine.
Yeah. No, but you're a rapper. Like me and Ev aren't rappers.
No,
right?
no, not according to Bob.
Ev thought he was a rapper.
Yeah,
So do
rap.
I.
No. Ev was, and then Cole came on the scene, and Ev was like, you know what?
Yeah.
And that nigga
He's
immediately
better.
lost his hair.
He said he's better.
It's like, oh shit, I'm receding. I'm
he didn't think he was a
conceding
rapper.
and receding.
He thought he was. No, trust me.
Man, if
Yeah, I
Korn
gotta
came
get out.
in, he should have shined with Korn.
Franchise, what we gotta do for the
Yeah,
album?
we bowed
bro?
Out with the better product.
I don't even need to have it. Like, you don't have to send me no copy of it. But if you could just have a listening session where I could just hear
We could do it.
early
Yeah.
Ev
We could do it.
doing his thing. That'd be.
He was a fly guy back then. Pretty boy back then.
Right.
He's still in your
Yeah,
pretty boy
there
right
is.
now. He's
Yeah,
just
there
wearing
is
like
one.
that Adidas.
And Ev was heavy. Ev was heavy on metaphors, right? It was like the likes and the.
Nah, I need this in my life. You know what?
Yeah,
I lied.
I
I,
wanna
don't
hear
want to
this.
listen to session. I need
you,
that shit.
for you, huh?
I want to ride around with it. 2 weeks. The same thing I give every other album.
100%.
I want to give it 2 weeks.
Yeah, 100%. We got to do that.
Just ride
got
around
it.
with Evan. With
Who approached you?
Ev in the whip.
Ev.
Okay.
how?
Yeah, polo suit.
Yeah. How? You know what I'm saying? A Visus?
Baggy polo suit.
If you remember the
Did he have
party,
on
you gotta
Carhartt?
remember how Ev.
What did he
Air
have?
Forces.
Damn,
Jabos? Did he have on Jabos?
He actually just hit me up for the first time. He just hit me up. Yo, we got to link up because I wanted to do this mixtape. And I don't know who he got my number from.
Was you doing
That's a
mixtapes
great
then already?
question. I was just doing mixtape. Yeah.
Okay. He was hosting already?
That's CD. So yeah, by then I was in like my third mixtape.
This is
on
probably like
CD.
2001 because you
CD,
still
yeah,
I'm
using
talking about
Comics
hosting
98.
other rappers' mixtapes.
Yeah, this is early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, I was already on that. But yeah, I don't know how he got my number, but he hit me up, and I didn't believe he rap. Thought he was lying. He had tracks.
He had tracks.
Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't rap.
Yo, is it him just barring off? Does he have hooks? Is somebody
It's not just
singing
him.
on the
It's
track?
not just him.
Nala's on there.
They're full songs.
Nala's on there too?
Yes.
Oh, God, please. I need it all.
Yes.
I need it all. All these gray bearded niggas right now.
Yes.
I needed to hear.
Featuring Nala, Triz, which is Train,
and
Hollow Tip.
Train from Westminster.
Yeah.
He rapped?
Yo,
They all the guys from the village rapping.
yo,
Oh, I
what was
can't wait to
the
hear
name
It's called Ill
of
Will. They had a
the
group.
album? Was the name like
TNT, all them guys.
TNT, yeah. They
5 4
Yeah,
times 2
yeah,
with a
yeah.
5 8 nigga? Was that the name? What was the name of the
What
group?
was the name of it? That mixtape.
Coming Attraction.
I think it was GFM. What was that? What was that?
GFM presents.
There you go, GFM.
See, if you said coming attraction now, you had to put a pause on it. You can't do that now. You can't do that now.
Ew.
Oh, I need this album. I need this album, dog, for sure.
So how did you get to BRU? What was first? Franchise Report or BRU?
Franchise support.
So let's talk about that.
You jumped. Wow, you're being nice.
Oh, I
You
jumped.
jumped. Yeah, you jumped.
No. Then you go back.
No.
Remind us. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Take it back.
Send a
Trials,
stage,
Tribulations. Then
This is
I
about
was
you.
skipping Trials and Tribulations.
Take us there.
It sounds like things is going smoothly right now.
Nah, after
Outside of-
after that party where his shit got hit with the 40, yeah, everything went downhill for franchise.
Actually, no. The club life. Then I started getting clubs. I had them getting level 2 elements.
Okay.
Then after that, I
These are
had
good
to
Let's
start
talk
those
about
Ultra.
These are good clubs, 2003, 2004.
Absolutely.
I don't
Right?
think
Is
I've
that
ever
is that
been
the
to
time frame we're at right now?
These were the clubs.
These are
were
the
the
clubs.
clubs.
They
Bootleggers.
were, yeah.
Them shits is scarier than fucking the party.
Yes. Yes.
Did you ever get
Some dude got naked at.
what was
at,
busting in '99 too? Was
Bootleggers.
Confettis.
In '99, yeah. I couldn't get in there. And let's not act like Barry's wasn't the place to go on a
Barry's
Thursday
too.
night. On a
Barry's
Thursday
on
night,
Thursday
man.
night. 2
Come
a.m.
on,
That's
man.
still
to
talking
him?
99.
Barry's the place to go,
Barry's was the
dog.
place to go in 2004.
No, it's still.
That
no,
was my time.
I
That was my time.
had
I had a while. Yeah,
Yeah,
it ran for a
I was
while.
going there in '99 and Confettis.
Yeah, no. Well, I wasn't. I was laid up. But when I came back from,
You went to Bryant when?
I went to Brand first year '99.
Okay.
Shot 2001. Back in Rhode Island 2003.
All right. So what you do
2003.
from '99 to 2001 in Rhode Island, as far as clubs? Or
Confettis.
parties? Okay.
Till I saw that dude get hit with the bottle, the Heineken. I was like, oh, that's crazy. I never seen glass stick in somebody's face before. I'm not coming back here again.
That is crazy.
I'm not from here. I don't need whatever problems they have. I'm not dealing with. Confettis. It wasn't Barry's. It was Bar One. In '99, it was Bar One. This shit was about
Off South Main
It
Street.
was a whole wall. It was a whole wall.
Smaller than
It was a
this.
whole wall.
Off South Main Street.
But it was
right in the alley.
Nah,
Two
nah,
alley,
They
two
had
alley.
reggae nights over
They
there.
had the reggae night was rocking.
And the
in
floor
Bar
was
One.
nasty, 'cause
But
it was
niggas
sweating
would be
in
on the
it.
ground
Yeah.
like, woman no wanna dance.
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
not gonna- This is '99.
Yeah.
Bar One was crazy, and then the rest was like, Brian, I'm in college. I'm fucking broke. I can go nowhere. I'm just gonna party with these frat
What
bitches.
was your first spot?
Consistent spot.
No, just first. Did you get? Was it a consistent spot off the rip, or did you get one? Like it was just
First, like nightclub.
Yeah.
And the year. Big.
Rhode Island hated me for a while.
What's that?
You, huh?
What's that?
You're a good guy, I think.
I was the bad guy for a while.
Wait.
Oh, you can't
That's
allow
you gotta think. You gotta think.
Oh, what you do, man?
Don't skip that.
You know, good. I knew you was gonna come to it. I was waiting for you to come to it. Once me and Ruckus got into it, Rhode Island did not like me anymore, man.
It's tough, though.
Anymore, man. Anymore.
You know how
Sometimes
many arguments I had
anymore.
with Medina?
you gotta rival your idol.
I had so many arguments. One night we was in a parking lot at Pulse, and Half Pint was like, "Bub, chill," and I was like, "Yo, I don't like the way he acting. Like, you star-studded, right?"
Oh, we acting in this podcast.
And then it was like, you can't talk to nobody no more. Like it's like, I was like, now it's starting
Who can't talk to anybody?
When we getting DJ Ruckus on?
Medina.
Who's Medina?
So he's Ruckus' cousin, but he was his manager,
Okay.
right? And now I get, I start getting disrespectful, calling him by his real name. right?
Yep.
Now,
Ruckus is my guy. Like I love Ruckus.
that's
like,
what I'm asking. Is that disrespect or is that hunger?
No, I used to just I literally carried crates for Ruckus to college parties.
Yeah.
Like I fucks with him, but now like I was more mad at Medina and not Ruckus. So now I'm like, who the fuck Michael Costa think he is? Right? Like,
What up?
like, you know what I'm saying? And
Left Medina altogether.
shit.
So Michael Costa.
no, that's Ruckus'
That was Ruckus' name.
real name.
That's his real name.
Oh.
And so it wasn't even
Sound
about Ruckus.
Portuguese.
It wasn't even about Ruckus. It was more about Medina and this facade he was trying to carry. Me and him talked this out, so it's not like, right, there's no beef there still. And so it was just like, Half-Life was like, yo, Bub, just chill. I'm like, nah.
But again, though, are they disrespecting you or is your ego on tilt?
Ego on tilt.
Ah, fair enough.
Well, unless you want to get into it.
That's fine. To this day, me and Ruckus are super cool.
Yeah, what
Talk
was
to
the
him
reason
once or
why you
twice a
guys
month.
got into a? What was it?
Oh, it was just a personal bit. I had to do a step show. You guys haven't been to the step shows at URI?
No.
Nah, I went to the one up in
I
Northeastern.
I saw a step show.
When Johnson
I
and
was
Wales,
the one.
when Johnson and Wales used to come to URI and do
Yeah.
it, we used to do those. And I was doing the step show first, and then there was an after party where there was the big grand ballroom where all the main parties were, and then there was another small room set up if it got too packed. I was booked to do the main big room. So he comes to the step show. What's going on, fam? How you doing? Good, good. By the way, I'm gonna send my cousin over there in about an hour and a half, and we're done to set up. They gave me the main ballroom. They gave you the other room. All right, cool. Let you know this mother effer set. Mo, I can swear, huh? This motherfucker set up in my room and was going at me in that room while he set up.
Going at you.
Yeah.
You're not having that.
From that point on, that was it. At that point in time, I didn't think he was good.
How did
I didn't
Rhode
think he was
Island
good.
find out that you guys had beef?
Oh, I definitely did a mixtape.
You did a DJ diss mixtape.
Definitely did a mixtape.
Like it.
Definitely.
I like it.
He did one back though. He did one back.
But
He
hold
put me on the
though.
cover and everything.
What was this to
Imagine
your
that.
detriment or not?
That's what-
Because
That's awesome.
at this point in time, who has more leverage?
Him.
Right.
Like at
so-
that time, he was the
Yeah,
But
gold.
You're taking a shot at the king.
Cool J.
I was cannabis on. That's all I was.
So you can't miss. You take a shot at the king, you can't miss.
And at that personal time, I'm just like, yo, he's not good. He's not good. I'm telling you, if I could just let people know he's not good, I can get over on this guy. So I just took a couple of his mixes, talked over him, saying how he wasn't good, and bang, dropped the
you did 50.
mixtape.
You was doing 50
had to,
earlier.
had to.
Yeah.
That was the only way. It's like either
Wow.
it was either A, go at him or do what everybody
missed
else is
that.
doing and just sitting
I
down.
missed
and
that whole
waiting.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that guy could not be in the same room ever. That's how the whole battle happened when the turntable was on fire and all
Yeah.
that. All because of that one little situation in the ballroom.
So because of his status, he was and because now you have tension with somebody of that status.
Ruckus said, nigga, I'm taking this room.
You're now
Exactly what he did.
you can't get booked. Is that what happened? You can't get booked.
Basically got blackballed.
It's not even necessarily blackballed, but who the fuck does this guy think he is to come here and try to go at Ruckus, who's been doing this
But
thing?
it's a double-edged sword from what I'm hearing, right? One is you taking a shot at the king. It's another aspect where the king actually acknowledges you to the point where he creates a whole mixtape going back at you. It seems to me like you under his skin a little bit now. So now it's like even if he didn't want nobody to pay attention to you because he did, now everybody has to.
Not everybody has to.
Yeah.
And that's how the battle started. Memphis Bleak opened up for the battle that we had.
Say that again. What?
Memphis, because it ended up coming down to a battle at the Southside
Like
Red.
a DJ battle.
A DJ battle.
What's my shit with
Oh,
my nigga
shit.
Tupac
I missed
and
this whole. Where the fuck was I at?
I got the video and everything. Fam,
what's the
I
shit with Tupac and Omar Epps?
What year is this?
Juice.
Juice.
Greatest movie ever. Greatest movie ever.
Y'all did a Juice moment?
Yeah, he had one set of turntables at.
Where is this?
How did y'all miss this?
Memphis Bleak opened it up. This is the year Memphis Bleak dropped his At Your Chick. Memphis Bleak opened up.
DJ battle.
And I mean, all credit goes to Ruckus set up the whole event. All I had to do was show up and lose.
Shout
He
out
set
to
up the
y'all,
whole
man.
event.
Shout out
Come
to
here,
y'all.
get your ass whipped.
He set up
Shout
the
out to
whole
y'all. That's incredible.
And the way he talked, I thought I was gonna lose. I thought for sure I would lose.
You lost?
Hell no.
All right.
But
all right.
I thought for sure I was though. I thought for sure I was.
And shout out to Ruck, man, because Ruck's done a lot of great things.
He has.
And this is at the time.
This included.
Is this at the time?
Yeah, but we ain't talking about right now. Fucking shout out to Franchise for showing up and not
Yeah, we
losing.
having the same beater that I had on earlier.
Is this the time of DJ Cruz?
You ain't taking shit around
That's fire, bro. Is this the time of
That's
DJ
dope.
Cruz?
DJ Cruz. Who else DJ Cruz?
No. DJ, like, Cruz of DJs.
It's when I started Team Franchise.
Okay.
It's when I started because it was like, oh, these niggas ain't fuck with us. It's just me, my brother, my cousin, and like two of my friends.
You just
Wasn't
young and
nobody else fucking with us. Nobody, not another DJ.
You want to get to the establishment.
Except for DJ Squeak. He was the only DJ that was fucking with me back then. But other than that, niggas was not fucking with me. At all. Wow.
Yo, I just seen the video. My man got butt naked
So
out there scratching.
What was your? Because I think people, just because I know Half Pint and been behind the scenes with him, people assume that DJs don't practice.
I touch my laptop every single day.
But even when you had the 1200,
Every single, even if it's for like 10 or 15 minutes, every single day I touch my
But I probably thinking about me and the way that I love music and like I swear I should have been a DJ at some point, but
No.
oh shit,
No.
Nah, he would have been a great. He would have been a great blend DJ.
No.
Blend DJ. He wouldn't have been
my own personal DJ. But like you said you touch it like 10 to 15 minutes, but how quickly can you lose time? Like, because you do this. This is what you love to do.
That's what makes you a DJ. You know, let me tell you, a person that plays music will come home after the club at 3 o'clock in the morning, put the equipment down, and go to bed. A DJ will come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, sit down at their desk, set all their equipment back up, plug in all your wires, and then go to bed. I'm that guy that'll set everything up and then go to bed.
because you feel like
When I get up in the morning,
not,
I needed to be ready.
Did you feel like you not make that? Because DJs do make transitions, not a song, but you transition to another song. Do you ever feel like you fucked that up? Maybe not now.
Nah,
but like
you had to have a
earlier
moment.
years.
Transition as to what? As
Like you're going from song to song.
Every running back has a negative rushing yard.
And I know how some DJs like blend the next song.
Okay. Every other DJ blends the next song. Like you can hear the beat coming in and stuff like that. So I said, that's at the bar right now. Let's get into this joint. I gotta do something different. So
Okay.
I'll talk to. I can blend it in, and I do sometimes. Or when the Reem is in the system, ain't no telling when. That's what they be yelling. I'm a pimp by I'm a pimp like I'm a pimp like crumb. I'm a pimp like crumb. You guys say, huh?
Right into the next song. Okay.
So you guys walk me through it.
Yeah.
Once I got you guys involved, you guys are walking
it's
through
like a
it.
concert then.
Then there you go.
You gotta get the concert up.
If you're not enjoying when you're DJing, you're not DJing.
fucking love
It shouldn't be a job.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be a job.
I went right into PV
Next
Crack.
song.
He did that.
I need you to flip. I need you on that
I
vibe.
wanted you to keep going.
Right into
Tap
it.
from it on it up.
I mean, you'll notice a party DJ will have you actually doing most of the work most of the night. You're singing him through the next song.
Right.
A lot of times. Some R&B songs, when that Mary J. Blige, how can I? The ladies will sing that whole song for you.
Right.
I'm on the phone.
whole
I'm on the
song.
phone. They're just going. Okay. Let's go, ladies.
So how did you get there? Right? How did you get there from your first? Right? Because you never did a party.
So let's go, ladies.
How did you get to that point? You did some studying, right? Studying crowds. And
To be a talker.
He's DJing right now.
I'm talking, but to get to the point where you said, like, you just wanted to do blends. You wanted to do mixtapes. Then you finally got your first party.
The rhythm of transitions comes from blends. If you could put two different songs on beat together, that's natural. You can't teach somebody rhythm. That's in you, fam. You can't teach somebody to do this.
Right.
You can't. It doesn't matter how hard you try. You can't teach them to just. A lot of people can't nod their head. A lot of people can't nod their head.
Especially to the beat.
A lot of people can't do it. But the transition is naturally in me. I don't care what people say. Funk Flex is one of the greatest radio DJs / party DJs ever because
100%.
of his voice.
Yep.
He's not the greatest scratcher. He doesn't even play the greatest music all the time. But his energy
Right.
and his
Sometimes
voice
that's all
keeps
you
him
need.
living. And that's what I learned in practice.
Yeah, when
Chubby Chub too. Same way.
It was a Drink Champs episode that brought me back to growing up in New York, where I'm just like, damn. At some point in time, I used to get frustrated with Flex because we're like, about to play it, drop a bomb on it, I didn't realize what he was doing. But when he was like, pull over, pull your fucking car over.
Go into the store, put your hand in the register, take what's yours. Yo, fam. And you know what's crazy? He got in trouble for that because so many people in the city were just energized off it.
He said Funk Flex had to do it. So
I remember the Cameron song where he used the beat from the Sports Center, whatever that beat is.
What's the name? Welcome to New York City.
And he said, "Pull your fuck." We were driving to New York. He was like, "Pull the fuck over. We got new camera. And that he kept on like rewinding it. We pulled the fucking car over and lost our fucking minds.
And he'll just keep bringing it back. But his that right there
that energy
taught me that I gotta get a voice.
Yep.
And now, like you said, a lot of people in the morning don't tune in for the music. They want to hear the conversation. Right. Well, hey, what you guys are talking about? And it's like, shit, you guys really give a damn about what I talk about now.
Some funny shit. It pisses me
and
off.
all I wanted to do was just mix my kissing. That's all I wanted to do.
And it's not even. I think Reem was about to say this. It's not even that. It's like that the conversation is interesting, because it is, but it's more that you guys are inviting. Like I want to be part of the conversation that you're having. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's interesting or not, it's an inviting conversation. You know what I mean?
The nail on the head, bro. Because I have this. It's for no reason at all. I remember things that will not bring any value to my life. And one of the things that I remember is the conversation that y'all had about seatbelt laws. Yeah, I had a conversation like, yo, if the nigga don't want to wear a seatbelt, then let him not wear a seatbelt. Like, why you pulling him over? Right? It's in my brain.
I want to go through the windshield.
If he goes through the windshield, let him go. And this is stuff.
When I heard that, I was like, what?
Yo, you know what's crazy?
But real shit, like if I feel like I want to risk my life,
then let him risk his life.
I spent 10 minutes ironing this shirt. Why do I got to wrinkle it now? So I didn't say the seatbelt woman. I know who did. I know who did.
I take it to the next level. Like, yo, if the dude does kill himself in a car accident, he employs a lot of people. Like, there's somebody that's gonna have to come and audit the car. Mm-hmm. There's somebody that's gonna be an ambulance. There's somebody that's gonna be a police officer that takes the report. There's gonna be an ambulance. There's gonna be a fire truck if he needs jaws of life.
He just put food on 5 people's tables.
There's a funeral. So I'm sitting there like, if he wants to go early, let him go. But the fact that conversation made my brain go that far down, how much
the rabbit hole
commerce that he generated going through the windshield for not wearing his seatbelt was, to what Dave said earlier, is just like, you're a part of the conversation.
Yeah, you guys do a good job.
I gotta agree. That franchise report is fire, man.
That's not even a franchise report.
And that's the morning show.
That's the morning show.
That's the morning show, yeah. Franchise report is with all these knucklehead rappers.
Yeah, franchise. Oh, that's my man.
So how did that come about?
We used to do a podcast in my bedroom, just like this, in my bedroom. And then
this is not my bedroom.
I know. Nah, this is much more luxurious than the bedroom I was working on.
Maybe he gets in on a glass bed. I don't know.
I am skinny. But one day as a guest, we invited Hot and Rye, the cameraman Stan.
My man Stan.
And he was like, yo, this is dope. I'll film this. Really? All right. If you want to. I mean, I'm not paying anything for this. No, man. We could build something out of this. I'll come film it.
That's what's dope about it.
He came.
Okay.
And then one day we had Hot and Rye's a worker. Yes. Yo, he's a worker.
Shout out to him.
He's a worker. And one day we invited Trav Black, and he raps, but he's really good at freestyling. So you put something in his face.
So we supposed to shout out to Trav because he was supposed to be on this.
Yeah, we all got a little. Everybody tapped us about Trav.
Yeah.
Oh, he stood you up?
We're tapped in the
room.
I
think he's afraid of Reem. I don't know.
I wouldn't be. I'm nice though.
But we
don't come up here.
We filmed
unless you peperajo.
We filmed a freestyle that worked. And once we filmed that right there went viral. So from that point on, fuck it, let's help out the local scene. Let's start bringing some artists up here and letting them rap, talk to them for about 10 minutes, and start a little podcast. Once we put them out, they'll support us by sharing their own footage.
Yeah.
We did about 250 shows now. About 180 different rappers we filmed.
That's why. And y'all and on top of it, I think what keeps it super authentic to me is that y'all comment after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, he kind of choked right there. So, and then other times, there's a lot of them that I hear. I'm like, damn, so many.
And is that the basis of the franchise report? Is that the mission of it?
I'm trying to get us. One of y'all got to get signed, man. One of these artists got to get signed out here. If we can just get one signed, I'll be a happy person. So I don't even have a favorite that I want to get signed. But if I could just help one of you guys get exposure, then so be it. But that right there, that platform of it is what pushed me to the radio.
Okay.
Yep.
They love to talk it, and plus I can still DJ. So I brought that format, and then the support of all the rappers, getting all their friends to Francise on the radio, became a big thing to the point where they trusted me to bring on a bunch of other DJs, and that's how we got the.
Let me talk about it before I go up there promoting the Growing Pain podcast. Do they pick the beat, or do you just drop a beat?
I just need you to do a beat that's at least 10 years old to keep the culture of old school alive.
Thank you.
I like that.
No problemo.
I like
mi
that.
amor.
I like that.
No
At least 10 years old.
problemo. That's fine.
Any beat you want, it just
like-
has to be
that's
at
like
least 10
planting
years
a
old.
seed.
And think about it, 10 years, that's what, 2011?
But a lot of people
That's
pick,
not- that's
pick
not-
older beats,
Yeah.
older than 10 years
Drake
old.
beat, yeah. I think it was was it the J beat you had, John Hope?
Yep, that's so ghetto.
Yeah. That's what got on.
Yeah, he killed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, as long as it's 10 years old, pick anything you want. Anything you
That
want.
bar sticks out of my head. Starborn every day. This is prenatal. My nigga.
Yeah.
John Hope went in. Shout out my man John Hope.
1000%.
John Hope's been out for a while. He was the first guest I ever had on BIU. My
You said
first
that,
time
too.
on my
Yeah.
first time on BIU. He was the first guest I ever had.
Yo, we could have got mugged.
BRU.
Right? It was in front of a glass window or some shit like that. We could have got.
That was my AM morning radio. I had a morning. I had a radio station on an AM
On the
station.
AM.
That was in downtown Providence, where there's nothing but a glass window.
Yeah.
Glass window. Yeah, you can see us. And then after that, I went to Rhode Island College.
Was that like a sports place too? They had like a
Yep,
sports.
yep,
Yeah,
yep, right,
I
upstairs,
remember
yep,
that place.
yep.
Yep.
And then I went to Rhode Island College Radio for a year. And then Acme and Records had that fallout. That's what it was. People still wasn't fucking with me. So I ended up learning about Cape Cod. Guy called me to Cape
The
Cod.
crazy thing is,
This is.
like,
Buck was the only person. He went on the radio and supported me a lot. He was the only one. But a lot of niggas was not fucking with me.
Right now, right? When you think about, because
Cut the
usually people in the
sirens
hood is either you're a good guy or you're a street guy who was out here busting guns.
I was a good guy.
That's what I'm saying. So
I was a
how
good guy.
how you become a guy that's not liked or not
Because
accepted?
who are you to come at somebody
Shout
that's
out
been
the king,
doing
bro.
it? I'm gonna tell you something. One thing about Rhode Island, I need you guys to learn. Just because you're old doesn't mean you're good.
No, absolutely.
that's
Okay,
not
they
Rhode
still
Island.
love. They still live on
That's-
that.
that's
They
in the
still
world.
live on that. They still live on
A lot of
that.
That is
people do.
not a
Just
fact
because
in
it's
Rhode Island.
old or just because you're old does not mean there's no discredit.
Cryptocurrency to pop.
There's no discredit to what they've done.
Look at basketball. That will show you everything. Oh, 90s basketball was the best basketball
In Rhode Island, if you're
because you can
old,
foul the shit out of people.
you are 100% good.
You are entitled.
But
Doesn't mean
that's
you're
not
good.
right.
You are
That's not right.
entitled.
That's
It's
not right.
But
That's
I don't
not
know
right.
why we're limited to Rhode Island. Like this is
It's
just
everywhere. I
this
think
is
it's
It probably is
It
everywhere. It probably is everywhere.
The establishment is the establishment, whether it is consistent with what's contemporary or going on right now.
Think about it. We just did it
You
with
have
Lil
the
Wayne.
challenge.
We just did it with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, 100%.
We stuck with Jay and Nas because they're legends. They've been out here, but Lil Wayne put in his work. But Rhode Island has that mentality where if you're old, you gotta let them have that
I did
spot.
another post, right? Who's the
All I'm
best-
saying is I'm taking Gay over Wayne.
who's
I am too.
I'm
who's
taking
a better
Gay.
actor, Denzel, Will Smith? And I don't need like the
Denzel.
consensus now, but I think a lot of people went to Denzel, and the people that went to
Will
Denzel
Smith.
were older.
Why did they go to Denzel?
I would go to Denzel. Ooh, woof. Now that I
Right,
think
see?
about it,
See?
because I was gonna
Will
say
Smith.
I would go to
Right.
Denzel because of better movies, but
Not even close.
after Training Day and Equalizer 1, then I gotta stop thinking. Okay, what else did Denzel do?
So I started going
So-
to.
you think
so
about Will Smith, you can name him Pursuit of Happiness.
They're,
or Men in Black.
they're both the same
Range.
niggas. They're
Range.
both the
Will
same
Smith
niggas.
make me cry.
Who?
Will Smith.
Will Smith can do multiple
word?
different
So
characters
no-
too.
So nobody here saw Glory.
I did.
So Glory.
I saw Glory.
Okay. So
No,
don't
no.
tell me about Pursuit of Happiness.
What I'm
'Cause
saying
he wasn't
is,
no slave.
I'm talking about range.
Nah, I can relate.
He wasn't getting whipped for one
So,
team.
right, so hear me, right? Denzel whole career based on acting. Whole career. Will Smith started off as a rapper. Got a TV sitcom.
That's a lot of practice.
Let me finish.
Fair enough.
Wasn't set out to be no actor. He was a rapper, right? But
Yeah,
it's
Quincy
some-
Jones tapped him or something like that.
Quincy Jones, right? Probably has a legendary sitcom, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Some people would think he's a comedian, not a comedian,
Nope.
but funny.
Yep.
Then goes into acting. First
Funny
movie,
He's talented.
Independence Day, box office smash.
That was his
That wasn't
first
his- that wasn't his
movie?
first
No.
movie.
What was his first movie?
With 6
He had
degrees of separation.
6 degrees of separation was closer to being his first
Kevin
movie.
Bacon.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was after Independence.
He was gay in that movie, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was after Independence Day. Yeah, that was
Independence
after.
Day is first
I'm gonna say
movie.
Independence was his
shit. I
first
didn't know that was
movie.
his first movie.
Box office smash, right? But just think about the range. right?
What range? Will Smith,
Nelson
black person
Mandela.
with a gun.
Nelson Mandela.
And you can play Muhammad Ali and
Ali.
play a superhero character, Hancock.
But
Denzel can't do that.
He wasn't the best actor in Ali.
Not gonna say he was the best actor, but he can do
I'm
it.
talking about the range.
Denzel doesn't get those range of roles. Either he's a killer.
No, he's good.
No, he doesn't do it.
And he is good.
now.
Denzel's
Let me finish.
He doesn't do it now. Denzel has Pelican Brief. He has Philadelphia.
No, just
I'm still the old guy that's either a cop or a killer.
hear me out.
No, he's not. He's not a killer in Philadelphia. That was when AIDS awareness was coming on.
And what was
It's him
Denzel's role?
It's him and Tom Hanks.
And what was his role? The older black guy.
He was the lawyer
No,
that
him.
got Tom Hanks the
So
settlement.
when I talk about
when he
range-
got fired for having AIDS.
When I talk about range, when you watch Denzel, I feel like although great movies,
Bad Boys was before Independence Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
His first movie was
Regardless.
Where the Day Takes You. No, regardless. But his first movie was Where the Day Takes You, then Made in America, then 6 Degrees of Separation,
It wasn't made
then
in
Bad
America
Boys.
with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
when I look at Denzel,
Oh, Whoopi Goldberg and what's
Ted
his name?
Dancing.
Ted Dancing.
Damn, I'm
Ted
old.
Dancing,
Go
yeah.
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
when, I
Black
look
white
at,
daughter.
when I look at Denzel, although great movies, I feel like he's Denzel in all of these movies.
Yes,
Like,
he is.
If you watch his mannerisms,
Or a variation of
it walk-
Denzel.
right, a variation. So it's not. I'm not dissing Denzel. That's not what I'm doing. Right? For me,
Yo, Bub,
for me,
you're fucking LeBron and Denzel right now.
I almost cried when John Q.
how am I LeBron and Denzel?
You're
Saying?
LeBron and Denzel right now.
People think Denzel's the GOAT. What do you mean? I'm LeBron and Denzel.
This is what I'm saying. Like LeBron, we just take for granted 28, 7, and 6. It's always 28,
All right,
7,
this
and
isn't about
6.
Denzel. This is about DJ Franchise. So can
But
we get
now
back to
it's
the-
But to his point,
is
though,
that the same thing about
it looks
Will
like if you think about it, Denzel's furthest reach as an actor out of character was Training Day. That's
So
the only time he was actually somebody else, the bad guy.
So he hasn't gone out of space yet, and that's why we have his range limited.
Not out of space. I'm not even talking.
He don't have to go out of space. But if you want to talk about that, I mean, Will Smith
Yeah.
Will Smith could be a superhero character. He could be a homeless guy.
And he could be funny.
he could be funny. He has different ranges.
Has
You
it
ain't,
been a
laughed, you
slave?
ain't laughed at a Denzel movie.
Has he ever been a
Name
slave?
the last Denzel movie you laughed at. And it's probably Training
Denzel
Day.
movie that I laughed.
You know who's gonna fall in that category with Denzel? Kevin Hart. He's always gonna get that same type of a role.
1000%.
I think he has a new movie coming up where he's.
But I think
kinda
we're talking
out of-
about. I think we're talking about later Denzel.
I'm talking about all Denzel.
All Denzel.
No, it's not. Again,
Just because he made you cry doesn't mean he's not the same person.
has Will Smith ever been a slave?
Has Denzel ever been a superhero?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Denzel ever been homeless?
I don't. Slave is pretty homeless.
Denzel
to me.
ever worked with a robot? iRobot? He ever worked side by side with a
Slave
robot?
in Confederate Army. He's pretty homeless to
Has
me.
he done
man.
Men in Black?
Has he gone
Denzel.
futuristic?
Has he done Men in
And
Black?
again, I don't have a problem with them not being able to, I guess, cross genres. But, bro, I bet you this: if you ask Will Smith who's the better actor, him or Denzel,
He's gonna say Denzel.
He's gonna say
A
fucking
lot, of rap, a
Denzel.
lot of people
And
pay homage to somebody older than them.
Let me ask you, does
Somebody that paved the way.
doesn't Morgan Freeman fall in that same category?
Does
Yes.
that make you
Right?
better
Yes,
if you
I
pay?
think so.
So Denzel
We
would say
sleeping
Sidney
on Morgan
Poitier.
Freeman too.
No,
because
Morgan Freeman's great, but think
No.
about it. He's in that same category.
So-
He's in the same voice.
You don't think-
But he's played a ton of different roles.
I give him greatness.
You don't think
Morgan Freeman is great.
100%
Denzel would pay
greatness.
homage to Sidney Poitier?
Yeah, he would.
100%.
You know who
Why?
else? You know
Because
who
he
else
paved
is?
the way. That doesn't mean you're better.
You know who else is great and falls? It probably falls in that same category. Fucking great. I love them in every fucking movie. Bernie Mac.
Yeah, I ain't never had a problem with Bernie Mac movies.
I ain't never had a problem with Denzel movies.
Me either.
I did get into
But-
that
but
repetitive
you're gonna
version
get-
of
you're gonna get
Denzel
Bernie
with a
Mac.
gun.
And that's
You
what
really
it
like
is.
Mr. Baseball? What was that one? He was playing baseball?
Mr.
But he was
2000.
Bernie
Mr.
Mac. I'm not saying
2000.
that.
That shit had Angela
I'm saying
Bassett
that
in
he
it.
was
Mr.
Mind
2000.
All right, but now
Mind your manners. You know what I'm saying? She played Tina Turner, bro. You know what I'm saying?
we're talking about Bernie, not Angela Bassett.
So now I'm ready to go into Lawrence Fishburne because I'll probably put Lawrence. I'll definitely put Lawrence
Larry,
he
Fishburne
made The
over.
Matrix.
I'll put
He
him
made The
over
Matrix, I
Bernie. I'll put Lawrence Fishburne over Will Smith.
And let's change the subject. Let's change the
Alright.
subject.
Okay.
Okay, do tell. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
How?
Is Lawrence Fishburne in King of New York? I thought so.
Okay.
Why? Because that movie's old?
Okay, is
that
Lawrence
movie's
Fishburne-
old? 'Cause they were doing the same thing
It's that old. It's groundbreaking, and it's about the transition, right? Because he went from King of New York to Boys in the Hood. Nice, Furious Styles,
Still in the hood.
but he's not gangster. He's the educated
Then he
one.
went back to Hoodlum where he was a...
Hoodlum was fired
Deep
up.
cover. Deep cover.
Deep cover.
Woo!
Okay.
Cover.
We didn't even get to the Matrix yet at all.
There's your left field. Okay, there's your left field. There's
So
your left
that
field.
range we're talking about.
So the only left field Denzel got is Booker Eli.
My
Oh,
bad, I
what?
forgot about that.
Booker Eli was dope.
That's fine.
Booker Eli was dope.
My bad, I forgot about
It was
that.
blind.
I think
But
we're talking
did you not feel like he was still
I think we're
Denzel?
talking-
He was Denzel.
You know what I want to
I think we're
do?
talking preference, right?
I don't want any more. I don't want
like
any more
rappers.
black man hate. What I want us to do is just agree that all of these black
fire.
men
A great
are
art, a great
incredible
actor.
and
Yeah,
been
yeah,
influential for
yeah.
all of us the
100%.
whole time.
More
And
Will
just
Smith
still
than
taking
Will
more
Smith.
movies, more Denzel than Will Smith, and maybe.
Hey, I'm bringing this
more-
up on the radio on Monday.
can't-
Denzel, let me write it right now.
I like it, I
Denzel
like it.
or
That's the
Will
question.
Smith?
I kill shit till I catch Will Smith. Then I'm chasing Spielberg down.
He made Wild Wild West, which is fucking garbage. Like,
I took my baby sister to watch that movie. It was trash,
But it was a
bro.
smash.
Men in Black 3, trash,
it
bro.
was fuck you money like crazy.
What?
Like crazy.
Yeah, it was the.
If
yo,
we consider that. If we consider that.
I'm not. I'm like, what year did that come out? I'm like 24, maybe 25. That movie comes out. My sister's like, she's 12 years younger than me. She was like 12, 13. I take her to the movies on some Big Brother shit. Take you to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Let's go watch Will Smith in the Wild Wild West.
But I think Will Smith did what Eddie Murphy did, right?
Half
Dr.
hour
Dolittle.
in, we bounced.
Dr. Dolittle.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No. Eddie Murphy did Shreks.
I'm not talking about the Shreks. I'm talking about Dr. Dolittle.
Dr. Dolittle wasn't built up the way that Wild Wild West was. Wild Wild West was like, this is
No,
going to be the
you
movie
didn't like
of
it.
the year.
You didn't like it, but
I
the
actually
rest of
enjoyed
America.
it.
It was a
I didn't
smash-
like
it
the
was a
second
smash
one.
hit.
I like the first Dr. Dolittle.
The rest of America liked Wild Wild West.
Nobody liked Wild Wild West, money.
You check the numbers?
Alex.
There's never a time where.
Did you check the
No,
numbers?
they bought the
Will
tickets,
Smith.
but I'm telling
I
you,
didn't think it was
we bought the
bad.
tickets,
No,
we
no,
walked
I didn't think it
out.
was
It's
horrible.
two of you.
It was.
Second
I would have rather watched Rango.
That was a terrible movie.
Alright, so we're getting to that point. We're about to wrap up, and we're about to kill him because it's hot as hell in here.
I like it.
But
Nah, yo, this old big, thick ass 260-pound boy needs to lose a little weight right now.
so I guess I have two questions for you.
Yeah, you go.
One, how do you know that you're killing it in the club? Like, how do you know when you're?
And I got
wrecking
another
it?
question.
Turn the music.
And when do you know when to hang it up? Because we were just talking about
Hey, what,
people-
a song or?
No, like
Oh,
DJ.
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 I was about to say that when the contract says 2:00.
you know you're killing them off the crowd reaction. So every once in a while, just bring that music down a little at that right point.
It's
at
not
that
about
right-
you.
It's never about
And
you.
they sing it.
Doesn't matter what you want to hear that night, except for
Except for
tonight.
tonight.
But even tonight, I'll still say, you know what? I want to hear the best, mainstream club songs that I like that everybody else is gonna like.
Why do you
So-
turn it down?
But as for I need to know how good I'm doing. So when it comes to that part of the song, that Jay-Z, it's about to go down. Okay, I got him.
Oh, okay.
I know I got him. Keisha Cole, I understand. You hear him say, I know I got him.
I
So
think his head too small for that much music to be locked in it. You got a lot of music locked in. I didn't forget the Raphael Sadiq.
How do you know? What's the other one? Groove Theory? I've been doing my own thing.
I'm talking about, let's go older than that. What's older than that? That you.
With the eyebrows? Remember
I don't
the eyebrows
understand-
and
I don't
everything?
understand how I know
Did
Frankie
you
Beverly
study?
Mays.
Right, did you had family cookouts?
Yeah.
You also got
Stuff like that.
200,000 joints.
I have about 1 million songs now. Half Pint donated 200,000 songs to Naka. Who donated 200,000.
And then you grew,
But like-
you quadrupled
So how did you
that.
get into the older, like 80s, 70s? How did you get into that bag?
Giving a damn about it.
Yeah.
Like before I let go, boom.
Couple of weddings. I learned the hard way, and this is why I don't do weddings.
Shout out, Francise did Joey's wedding.
This is why I don't do weddings, because it'll be my friend who's back then who's 24, 25 getting married. But damn it, it's the parents paying for the wedding, so it doesn't matter what my friend wants to hear.
It's the old heads.
100%. You make me happy.
So I had to get on it.
I'll sprinkle in a little like, X gonna give it to you.
and then I realized, like, yo, I hate coming to a wedding and I can't even enjoy it until 10:30 when everybody's leaving. Now I can play hip hop.
Shit.
A little bit different. Some
Because Jungle was a young.
There you go. If it's that younger crowd, and then even with that,
Is Poison a good go-to to you? For you? Poison?
it don't matter what it is. It really don't matter what it is.
I just went from like
It is a good club song though. But even in weddings though, I figured okay, they want to hear hip hop at 10:30 because of the parents. Fuck it, I'm gonna kill this old school shit at 8:30 when the doors
That's
open
your
for the wedding.
First of all,
got in trouble
old
for
school.
it. Parents would come up though.
Call it
Stop
good
it.
music.
Slow it down. No, we don't want this right now. Just give us some Boys to Men mamas. I'm done with weddings, man. I'm done with weddings, man.
You don't know him with that Luther
Unless
dance
it's-
with my father
Unless
again?
it's a young. Oh no, you're just done.
I'm good, fam. I'm good. Last wedding I did, they gave me $1,000, and I
Sorry,
still didn't
David.
want to do it.
No franchise at your wedding.
Nigga, if I call
No,
you,
no
you
offense
better.
to my
Franchise is coming.
I
through,
do have
bro.
one coming up this year, and the only reason why I'm doing this wedding is because they've been engaged for 2 years, and I didn't think they was gonna last this long.
Oh shit.
And now it's coming up,
I bet against odds.
and now
If
it's.
you stay together this long, I will do.
I'll
your
actually
wedding.
do it. Then the contract's like, you ain't 2 years engaged, you ain't getting married.
People say that.
It's
Yo,
November.
People say that. Like, you're engaged for 2 years, you're not gonna get married.
They getting married.
On the
soon.
low, franchises boosted is.
Coming up.
You just marketed
November's
your
coming
ass
up.
off just now. I like that. It's hard to get franchise for a wedding gig, so open the purse.
Like you, or
Open the purse.
I gotta honestly know that we're gonna have a good time at this wedding. But if
Right.
you're not controlling this wedding, and at the end of the day, when I get there, somebody else is telling me what to do, I'm good, fam. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'd rather come and support you.
Cause you can't be you.
And that's it, man. That's it. Like I'm like this all
You're
the
not
time.
a sit down DJ push a button.
Bob wants all little baby, whole wedding.
Oh shit, little babies to go.
Little baby, that's all he wants for
The whole wedding?
The whole
You
wedding.
know I don't want him the whole wedding.
The whole wedding.
I want a lot
100%.
of Jay Z though.
I know that. That I know. That I know. That I know.
Yeah,
that I know.
make the song cry at his wedding.
I wouldn't mind it. That might be my wedding song.
I can't
might be-
What is
Yeah.
a club that you didn't get to play
that you
wanted
want
to
to?
play?
In Rhode Island,
Where's your Madison
Anywhere.
Square Garden?
Anywhere.
I'd love. There's a ton of clubs. I wish I could do the strip club Live in Miami, but
Let's say Rhode Island.
locally Rhode Island, the one club.
Let's
that-
say regionally. Let's go to New England.
Regionally. Could be
But
Boston.
we can start with Rhode Island.
You already did the Cape.
You did Giovanna at his height?
I did your volunteer.
At his height?
Yes, I did. When Bubba Sparks and Mobb Deep came, and they dissed
Okay.
Jay-Z.
That's enough.
Dope.
That'll do. That'll do.
I didn't go to that.
That'll do. Yo, you missed a lot of franchise, bro.
He went to Bubba Sparks and Mobb Deep when they did Jay-Z.
Oh, yo, this nigga was fucking with Ruckus the whole time.
I know.
So I'm just-
I wasn't.
A lot of y'all thought I was gonna fail. It's fine. It's fine.
He said I played the middle ground.
Said it
I
out
was
loud
like,
too. Like,
I never got to do confettis before they closed and became
Oh,
something.
you're done,
I never.
Confetti.
can't do that, bro. It's over now, yeah.
Confettis.
and they didn't have it.
Can't do that. It's over, bro.
It's mezzo now, but
But
yeah,
they
I
didn't
never got
have
to
the
do it
best
as
DJs. They
confettis.
didn't even have the best DJs. in there.
Son, that's right here.
I know, but they didn't have the best DJs.
Yeah, but back then it was confettis. It was a completely different
Yo,
vibe.
I'm telling you, I confuse myself all the time because when I was
you
coming
might
to
have started
confettis,
fighting confettis though.
when I was
That's why I should
coming,
have been in there.
when I was
I knew
coming
I could
from
rock that
confettis,
place.
I was coming from Bryant. So I had no idea what
I mean, there
Providence
was
looked like.
already
I'm not
shootings
from
outside,
here. You know what I mean? So I have no idea. Now that I'm here, I'm established here, I live here. That was confettis.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the place where I seen a dude's face eat a Heineken bottle.
Yeah.
And I just pass it all the time on my way to Home Depot.
I never did Big Daddies. I never did Big Daddies.
The
either.
pizza spot?
But you was
I never
young.
got to do it.
You was young.
I was
Why would the
just
pizza spot-
And I
coming
was
out.
young going in there.
I was I'm a year behind you. I was a year behind you. I never
What's
got to do
Big Daddies?
This was down by the hot club.
Cocoa City.
Oh, all right. I'm talking about North Main Street, the pizza, Big Daddy's Pizza. I'm
No,
like,
but
why
Big
would you-
Daddy, no. Listen,
an idiot.
Big Daddy's,
do that.
you got the potential to get shot in Big Daddy's.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't do Big Daddy's, bro.
I wish I could.
No, he wanted to do
I
Big
wanted to do
Daddy's.
that.
All right. So, are there any
was at a party with
current
Reem on his
establishments
couch,
that you
but-
may be able to do now that you haven't done already?
Outside of Rhode Island, I think I've done everything in Rhode Island twice. Outside of Rhode Island, I'm trying to actually get into Connecticut somewhere.
Yeah, I think I like that
Trying to get
idea.
into Connecticut
I like
somewhere
that.
where it's
Is
not
it
too far
Hartford
from the
or is it
city.
New Bedford?
Hartford,
Not New Bedford, New Haven.
New Haven. Oof, New Haven's New Haven ain't no
Pistol
joke.
waving.
Ah,
New Haven ain't no joke, fam.
Yeah, pistol waving.
I don't know if you want to be brand new at the age of 40 moving to New Haven.
I'm not saying
I don't know if you want to do
I'm
that.
saying do a show and get the fuck out.
Pistol waving New Haven.
Pistol Wave in New Haven.
I would love to do something in Connecticut, actually, to get a buzz in Connecticut. Because that way, if I rock out Connecticut just that one good time, I'm not that far away to come back and do something
Yeah.
else for you.
We go
And then
right
once doors open, like, just keep going a little bit down 95, working way to New York. But I need something in Connecticut at least once.
Which will bring me back to my question.
You need it in East
When do you
Greenwich.
hang it up? When do you know when to hang it up?
When do you know to hang it up? When you have no type of income within this craft at all. Meaning, just because I'm not doing a club means I still won't kill him on a podcast, or I still won't kill him hosting mixtapes, or still got the radio gig. So there's always something. When you have nothing left, fam, now it's time to sit down and just think.
But I feel like DJs, if you're good at your craft,
Game changes.
Can I ask you a question?
Game changes.
And this comes from John Hope, because John Hope put me onto a brilliant idea where people don't know that there are upper or middle class rappers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So is that the same thing with DJing, right? Where it's like, I either have to be Clue or I'm a complete failure. Or is there that ground that you're talking about where as long as I'm generating enough income for me to live the life that I deem comfortable, then I'll rock with it. And then when I can't do that, I got to figure out something else. So is there that middle to upper middle class DJ career?
There is. Because there's DJs that are talently good, that like have the talent. Like I can scratch, I can cut up, but doesn't have the promotion. So at that point, still got to work that full-time job. Still got to work that full-time job. And it's like, DJ, the game's changed, fam. To be a good DJ doesn't mean you can pick the best records and scratch. Now you got to open your phone, you got to record yourself DJing, you got to make beats, you got to have a podcast. It's changed, fam. It's changed. Like I said, I love mixtapes. Who would have ever thought that at the end of the day, I would get the most love talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah.
It's not even about the music sometimes. It's the talking.
Yeah, you got to start doing these weddings, my nigga.
But I seen DJ.
So we got to extend this another 20. Today
is
is 40. We got to extend it another 20.
So for my father's was it 50th or 60th birthday party, whatever the party was, I was told you have to pay for the DJ. Now, I'm like, I got a DJ. They're like, no, we want this person. And there was a band. So there was a band and a DJ.
And they picked your DJ?
They picked the DJ for me to pay
Sexual
for.
chocolate.
No.
So good, don't you agree?
They got you Randy Watson?
This is what the DJ did. The band was amazing. The band played most of the night.
Drop the mic.
The DJ did this.
All night.
No turntables. Had a hookup like this.
Yeah.
Scrolled up and down.
Fucking
Song.
And that's the problem. You could be the nicest, say that Clue situation. Say Clue was nothing but a cut up DJ. All I do is mix backwards and stuff like that. And I show up to an event where there's no DJ booth. All it is a laptop and this.
Right.
That's the game nowadays, man. A lot of these DJs don't even know what 1200s are. I was doing some clubs with my turntable set up that I had to work with another DJ, which is trash too. That 3 DJs on the night is trash.
But what clubs are popping now? Because everything is lounges.
Right now,
it's
like
coming
literally
back.
right
It's
now,
coming back.
literally right now, J.O. Dana's and Hollywood Lounge are the only 2 hip hop spots that are actually jumping. And the bullshit about that is
With a DJ with the
and they're playing hip hop music.
Give it a minute.
Playing hip hop music, but it's a no Providence.
I don't think Providence is gonna come back to that scene.
What scene?
Club scene.
All right.
Sam, they brought up a lot of downtown, and it's not.
Right.
It's not for clubs.
It's not for clubs. It's lounges.
Between Johnson and
will
Wells.
never be a club scene ever.
No,
again.
you're talking about like massive crowd club situation.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about DJ spinning hip hop music.
But even lounges don't need a DJ.
While kids are sitting at the bar drinking.
Yeah, no.
and not
What's the
dancing.
place?
Sit at a table with a hookah?
But what's the place down there? It's not Cuban Links. It's they got the skateboards on the back of the seats.
Cuban Revolution.
Cuban Revolution.
Not a club.
Not a club, but a place where a DJ can spin.
Because they like the culture of that, right? So
Exactly.
it's a lot of 80s.
So
90s
the culture,
hip-hop.
I'm saying, is not going anywhere. The
Right.
massive club scene may go somewhere, but
But
it's
also-
still.
It's not a lot of hip hop in South.
But if I'm a lounge, I don't need a DJ.
I need a DJ, bro.
So
All I
are
need
you
is hookah. Like Stay Silent said it. Hookah killed the dance floor, right? All I need is because there's people that won't go to a spot if it don't
just had
have
don't have
hookah.
hookah.
is that universal?
What?
I don't know. I don't think that's universal.
What? People won't go to a spot if they don't have hookah?
Yeah.
That the hell yeah, that's universal.
That's universal?
Yes,
That's
yes,
universal?
yes.
So
J.O. Dana's
I'll go
Dana's
to a
Friday and
spot that
Saturday.
doesn't
We don't
have
do hookah. Luckily, they love hip hop, and that's why it's packed every Friday. and
Luckily,
Saturday.
they love hip-hop.
Luckily, they love hip hop. Luckily, they love hip hop.
So you know what?
Hookah changed the game
they
though.
created a culture there.
You better
right?
be nervous about the next franchise about to shoot his shot the same way you did at Ruckus. for that spot.
Yeah, that's right, but that's fine though, because you completely missed that conversation. I touch my stuff every single
Okay,
day.
yeah,
But
nah,
that's still alive though.
Stay
DJ
shy.
trying to come at another DJ.
Hell yeah, if they only
Yeah,
got
still
2 hip hop
I'm just
spots.
asking.
It's a matter of either A, that one DJ is way too good to even come that way, or B, a lot of DJs are just intimidated by the talk. A lot of DJs was intimidated by Ruckus. I'll never take that away from him. DJs were intimidated by Ruckus. I'll never take that away.
Ruckus was with what? He created his own squad. Or he was
Yes,
with somebody.
yes.
At one point, he was with somebody, though, wasn't he?
He's always done his own thing. He's
we got-
always
He
done
wasn't
his
with
own
Heavy
thing.
Hitters.
DJ Ruckus, if you hear this or view this podcast right
Somebody
now,
from
we
here
need to come
wasn't
on. We
with- I
need
thought
to
somebody
get
from
your
here
side of
was
the
with Heavy
battle.
Hitters.
Chubby Chub.
Well, he's
And he's considered New England.
Right.
Yeah,
He's considered.
yeah, Ruckus.
But even in the clubs nowadays, though, if you have hookah, you're not supposed to have a live DJ.
Right. No entertainment. It's called no entertainment.
There you go. So as a
So
club
DJ is
owner,
live
owner,
entertainment.
if I could get $25 off of each hookah plus $4 every time they want coal, I can make a good $800. Why the hell am I going to pay this DJ $300 when I can get somebody to do me a set
And
for
nobody gives a
$75?
fuck about the music.
Everything I'm thinking right now is that like, if I'm a DJ, and this is me being ignorant thinking about it, is that I'm looking for those outdoor venues. Like when you told me Cape Cod, Cape Cod outdoors, the beach needs a DJ. The beach can still have hookah. The beach can still have drinks. This, that, and the third. It's cool, but I'm thinking about large, massive crowds.
But think about the time where
outdoors.
certain clubs
That's my
only
next
wanted
range.
top 40 music.
That's
And that's still alive. Like you go to those beaches,
know what's crazy?
They don't care.
All my 23 years of DJing, the first time I DJed Art Bar was 2 years ago. They would never let me in there. Never let me in there.
'Cause you
Art
ain't
Bar
playing
is one of
top
my
40.
favorite places
Never
ever.
let me in
That's
there.
crazy.
Never let me in.
Why? Because I thought Art Bar was for the older niggas.
Yeah, but because of what I do, they would never. 2 years ago, somebody got me in there for the first time. So shouts to Bad Lad.
We told you what happened in Finnegan's. Like
I love
Guy
that
and
part.
Louie used to run up to the booth when they had play a certain song. Yo,
Yeah.
turn that off.
Turn that off.
Turn that off.
No, I'm fine with that. I want Art Bar to keep that same mentality. Like, nah, don't come in here with those little baby shit, my nigga. Hit me with that.
What little baby?
Called and told me that.
Now, to any real DJ that's listening to him, learn his music, but don't stop. But don't stop listening to that younger stuff.
Yeah,
too,
no,
man.
I love the new
If you wanna
music,
stay
bro.
relevant.
I promise you. Who was it? It wasn't you. It was Jamar. I just looked at the random light skinned nigga around me. But Jamar got
I know
Jamar
Jamar,
got
yeah.
heated with me because he's like, yo, I feel like Lil Baby shouldn't have been on this Wants and Needs track with Drake. I'm like, nigga.
I want to say
Lil
Little Baby murdered that track. Murdered that track. Yo, he murdered
It
that.
sounds like Lil
Drake shouldn't
Baby's
have
song
been
to
on
me. I have no
that.
problem with the young dudes that are doing it and doing it for real.
I don't
the
even know.
copycat shit,
I don't
I
even know what
fuck with.
Drake says on that track.
He does.
Doesn't
Don't
matter.
leave me out
Don't
the
even
car,
matter.
man.
Lil Baby spends time.
Drake told you a long time ago he could sell a blank CD.
He can.
No, and he also said it in that song. He said, "Come with
That
a
was
classic." Years later,
over
they
10
tell
years
you
ago.
it was a
I
sleeper.
could sell a blank CD.
That's the artist of the decade.
100% true.
He got artist of the decade.
All right, the next question that came up was artist of the decade versus what was it? Artist of the decade, because this is 2021. The last 20 years, who's the greatest artist? And the question was, is it Kanye? Is it Drake? Is it Wayne?
Last 20 years.
Last
Yeah.
20 years.
20 years. So 2000. The last
are
21
on-
years.
Is it on time?
So
Last
nobody,
question.
so
Last
nobody,
question.
bounce it,
so
bounce
nobody
No,
that
no,
came
I
out
like it, I
before
like it, I like it.
2000s.
I like
Nobody
this.
that came out
So
before
Wayne
2000s.
came out before 2000s.
No. But his biggest influence as Wayne.
Right, in the last
Not-
20 years.
Okay.
Last 20 years.
I like that.
Wayne, right? So last 20. My mind, I was like, and the key word was artist.
Yeah.
It wasn't rapper.
Artist. Right.
Yeah.
Artist.
I'm not mad if anybody picks Kanye.
It has to be, it has to be either Kanye,
Because he produces.
Pharrell.
Drake, or Wayne.
Pharrell.
Those are the only two
Because
people
producers have like a
Pharrell.
different.
Are you talking producers
You
or
said rappers.
artists.
You said artists.
Producers are artists.
Artists.
No. How
not
many
music
albums?
artists.
How many albums you do? How many albums? How many Pharrell albums are there?
That's the musical aspect of his art.
He's been a great feature on many songs as a producer.
No, we're still talking
But
about the
if we're
music
talking about
aspect of it.
20 years,
But we're not talking
Are
about
we talking about
BBC.
solo artists that created that have their own albums? Or are we talking about producers?
he's throwing them in that category
Again.
as an artist with. Because he did do an album. He did.
I didn't
That's what
say
I'm saying.
musical artists.
Right.
I just said artists. So you got to get in
You got
there.
to add music
Billion,
because they are
you
music
can add
artists.
that, but now you got to add Billionaires
artists
Boys
are
Club.
painters.
You got to add the sneakers. You got to add the hotel. You got to add the production, the super production.
Oh, that's not artist. He's just talking about mogul altogether. Jay-Z.
No, that's art though. Everything he's doing right there is art.
Jay-Z. Billy. Jay-Z.
In the last 20 years,
Jay-Z.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we're talking the last 20 years, just music,
Brooklyn
just
Nets,
albums, just
Brooklyn Nets alone.
Yeah, that's Jay-Z. That's Jay-Z. You started the show off saying,
Title.
when do we separate?
Title.
because
You gotta separate.
Jay got
We're talking
Brooklyn
business.
Nets title.
That's business.
Yeah, but the hotel that you said about
You said
Pharrell,
hotel.
that's business.
That's business. That ain't
No,
art.
they're designing the
Billionaire,
hotels.
the billionaire, that's
They're
still
not
business.
buying a hotel.
That's
They're
still business.
designing it though. That's art.
That's still business.
Jay-Z was part of the design of the Brooklyn Nets, the whole stadium.
Look, I have no problem with
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Dang, Jay-Z choreography.
I tell
What's
you,
the
for
word
me-
for playing in the halftime show?
If we're talking about
For Super
from
Bowl.
Yeah.
after I graduated high school, 1989, from 2000 until right now, the greatest artist of that time, and you can call him mogul, you can call him business, you call him art, whatever.
I don't know.
It's Kanye for me. I don't think
Shit,
anybody's
I don't
done
know if you
anything
can take
else.
Eminem out of that picture.
I don't think I disagree with anybody.
Or Dr. Dre.
They don't have enough number one albums.
Dr. Dre recreated acoustic listening
Dr.
devices.
Dre, the beats.
The
Dre
beats.
Dre would
50
never.
Cent.
Dre would
But I
never
don't
make
know
that
that-
conversation. for
I don't
me.
think he created it though as much as he signed on to it,
Regardless,
business wise. But the art of it.
he gave
like,
us Eminem and 50 Cent. Well, 50 Cent that comes out of
the dude Ye went from Nike, $40,000 sneakers.
Business wise, it's Jay-Z because you're still going back to business.
No,
Well, narrow it down and ask us that same question about music. Which artist had the best music for the past 20 years? Who's the most successful?
Kanye.
There you go.
100% Kanye.
Who would come number two? Has to be Drake or Wayne. Musically wise,
No.
Drake doesn't miss.
It's still gonna be Pharrell.
I was sticking to rap.
No.
If we're
Pharrell
talking
doesn't-
just
Pharrell
music?
doesn't beat Drake.
If we're talking
How?
just music,
Because we're talking music.
You're talking about 20 years,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means Drake comes 2008, 2010,
he's had it for the past 10 automatically.
right? For the past 10. But now we have the
So
other
that's
20.
that's 2001.
All right,
so anything before that,
So now we're going back to.
I was just talking rap. I was just talking
just
rap.
music. Yep,
So-
just
so-
music.
just music.
So we're going
Just
back to,
music.
So we're going back to
talking-
Britney Spears.
So we're talking about Britney Spears. We're talking about
Justin
Beyonce,
Timberlake.
We're talking about
Justin
Rihanna. We're
Timberlake.
talking about Justin Timberlake.
Yep.
Oh, are you going all genres or just hip hop?
No, I'm just telling you everybody
Artists,
that Pharrell
artists,
has done
yeah,
work
artists.
for.
Oh, all artists? Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's Pharrell. Everybody you just named
Right.
is a Pharrell.
No.
Yes. Everybody you just named has a hit song with Pharrell.
I still go with Drake.
Señorita,
You throw Timberlake in there?
you
Everybody we
think
named, Drake has a hit with them.
You throw
Yeah, I
Timberlake in
still
there.
go with Drake.
You could do that,
You
but
throw
Timberlake.
Kanye in there.
People just don't want to say that.
Who?
I get that.
People
I
don't say it.
understand that.
Artists of the
Ain't no
decade,
40-year-old
I love
gonna say Drake is the greatest
No.
artist right now. Ain't no 40-year-old
Artist
gonna
of the
say it.
decade is Drake.
So this is what I
100%.
said.
Possibly 20 years.
A versus.
He can't be 20 years if he was only around for 12.
I think.
But if he had a stronger 10 years than every single one of these had 20 together,
So we just threw out every Clips album, every Pusha T album. We
We
just,
just put him in second place. We didn't throw him out.
fam, you're talking about an artist that dropped 10 albums,
Hey, Clips
all
don't
went
have
number
every
one.
nerd
how
album.
many? How many?
But he did it 10 times though. 10 number one albums. You can't name another artist.
No, the nigga sold more than Elvis Presley. He been on the boards more than Elvis Presley. I get it.
At the end of the day, numbers don't lie.
I think
fam.
he's so far ahead
Because I
of
think
Pharrell.
the versus battle, right? This is just me.
Really?
Like
would
he's
be Jay and
miles
Drake.
away.
Because Drake did an animation.
I don't think people tune in. As
It wasn't
much as they
happy.
think Drake
Wasn't many
Jay and
hits.
Nas.
You know what sucks though? And it would
This is a
be
big
too
deal,
close of a
bro.
battle too if it was just Jay and Drake.
I think success. I think
I
when
like
you
that.
talk about success, I think
It
you
would be
have
a
to
close
include
battle.
that.
Only thing that helps Jay-Z is because he makes long-lasting music. So a lot of the music he made is still relevant
But you
to
only get
this
to pick
day.
20, Jay.
And you only get to pick 20.
That's a lot. Hey, Jay got too much music to. He'll struggle to pick just 20.
And
True, but if
honestly,
you're comparing hits for hits,
I wouldn't even want this Jay to pick.
Drake. If we're talking 20 hits, Drake can just drop his hand into a bag of 100 and
I don't know if it's hits,
Pick
right?
20.
Because Jadakiss showed us it was different. Because people thought Fab probably was going to beat
That's
Jada
tough
when it
though.
came to hits.
That's tough.
yeah, but Fab didn't play any. He didn't play the right tracks.
The only reason why I'll say that's
My
tough.
point, right? So
He didn't play the right
what I'm
tracks.
saying about verses, right,
yeah,
is you
I
got to
see.
be strategic
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the songs you're playing. Because you only get 20.
Yeah.
So when you have a heavy catalog,
So y'all think putting an owl on your chest was art? Okay, I'm just checking. That's,
What Swiss Beats does is art.
Artists.
What Swiss Beats does is art. That's art.
So
confused. What artists? Musical artists? I get it. Drake. I love the guy.
Musical artists has
You
something
just
to
said
say.
artist is a very vague category.
It is.
Now
You
we're
gotta
talking
narrow
about
that down.
painters, talking about painters. DJs are artists. We're talking.
But who
Designers?
has had more influence over the world in the last 2 decades?
Who's the guy that does the Louis? What's the black dude that does the Louis that finally got signed?
Virgil.
There you go. He's had a huge
From
impact.
Kanye.
He's had a huge impact, fam.
Bezos.
From Kanye.
He's had a huge impact.
Bezos.
Oh, he's a tech artist.
Okay.
Tech artist for sure.
And I gave
Bezos,
you Kanye.
can't rap,
Bezos
though.
is worth.
Okay,
Bezos
so-
is worth $100 billion, and he made $77 billion just last year.
Right.
100%.
During the pandemic.
Just last year, he made what he's worth in 1 year.
See, but that's not art as much as
It's
it's
not-
an idea. He got the right idea.
Is that idea not an
And the right
artistic
supply
chain.
idea? Is
Kanye's-
that not fed from
You have
artistic?
to build it. You have to design it 100%. It's art.
So
but
then that we got to be
it's
very
too
more
nuanced. We
specific
can
in
go,
what
we
we're
can get
talking
too
about.
crazy with this.
So if you say
crazy.
music
Yeah, we can go
artists, then
nuts.
it's music artists,
Yeah, we can get too crazy.
which incorporates Pharrell.
entertainment artists, I guess, would be like the.
No, because
You're still
you
not.
got engineers.
You're still not.
Engineers are entertainment artists.
It's a broad category.
So
fam.
franchise. So we do
Say
this.
musical artists. God damn it.
Right,
Why you
right.
fighting against
We
it?
have to box it.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Music. So we do this. Speaking of artists and speaking of influential stuff, we do this thing right at the end of the podcast where we shout out.
You call it an honorable mention.
We call it an honorable mention. We shout out what we want the audience to be aware of, and it could be a book, it could be music, it could be
Anything.
anything. It could be yourself, right? It could be whatever you want
Franchise
to go.
report.
So we usually go that way. You can see what the format is, and then and then at the end, y'all in the hot seat.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
I will go first. Situated clothing line, very dope apparel. Check it out. You can see, you can follow it on Instagram. Situated, very dope. And then my other honorable mention is Franchise and happy birthday.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
for coming
fam.
Shout out
on
to
the
Franchise.
podcast.
Have fun. This is
Your
fun.
birthday, bro. That's
That's
fire
fun.
for you.
It's
Thank
fun.
you, bro.
Birthday.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I want to give my honorable mention to the Bud and Franchise's pocket.
You can smell that?
Has been teasing my nose.
This entire time. And I can't wait. I can't wait till we get out of
Let's hit
here.
the deck. Let's hit the deck after this. But honorable mentions are to one, Iamaward on Instagram. Award is a battle rapper. He's actually a Christian battle rapper.
Really?
Yeah, but he's fire, bro. He just dropped a battle with Arsenal. You can go to his Instagram page, Iamaward, and look at that. More importantly, go to the RBE Entertainment
out to RBE.
YouTube and look at Award versus Ill Will, which is the greatest battle of this year. This shirt that I have on right now, my rebuttal game crazy, is because his rebuttal game is crazy, so I'm repping this shirt. And then my second honorable mention is to Sean King. Sean King is an activist, half black, half white male. He's Black Lives Matter. But
That's his thing, though.
even if you don't believe in his politics at all, the same way we talked about you taking your shot at the throne and just disrupting the machine, he is taking on a lot of heat, a lot of pressure for what he is displaying on his page of what's happening in Palestine right now for Palestine. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know the history. I don't know the religion. Anybody that's willing to take on that much adversity, I kind of got a respect for. And whether you believe in his politics or not, it's just something to look at.
All right.
It's crazy over there, too. What's going on right now?
I'll go. I checked out Comedy Gold Mines by it's a podcast by Kevin Hart. And he has different comedians on. The podcast that I listened to was him and Bill Burr.
Oh, shit.
And
Him and Bill.
I've
What are
always
they
had
doing?
I've always had a very like respect for comedians, because you could tell that there's something going on there that's not what you're used to, kind of like there's a mentality that's going on there that sees things in a way that's not the norm of how you and the people around you see things, type of shit. So
Status quo.
they started that podcast, you're laughing within seconds of
You
that
said it's
podcast.
Bill Burr and Kevin Hart.
Bill Burr and Kevin Hart. Like, it's immediate.
I heard about it though.
What's it called?
It's good though.
It's called Comedy Gold Mines. It's a dope. And he has an Eddie Murphy one, which I haven't heard yet. He has all different kind of comedians on there.
Comedy Gold Mine.
And he does a good job. So I wanted to shout that out. I think you wanted to shout this out. So this
That
is gonna
midnight.
be both of us. It's Dave
I thought you were
Chappelle's
gonna do
Dave
it. I thought
Chappelle's
you were
new
gonna do it.
podcast.
So I was like, I'm not gonna fight it.
Midnight.
You got a podcast?
You got a podcast?
Midnight Miracle.
Midnight
Really?
Miracle. It's him, Talib Kweli, and Mos Def.
No.
Yasin Bey.
Bey.
Yasin Bey.
All
Sorry,
right.
Yasin Bey.
So that's it. We can't call him Most no more.
No.
Really?
Only when Miss Fat Booty's on.
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
It was crazy to see how far he's come along, though, fam. It's crazy to see how far he's come along.
It is. And that podcast is pretty dope. His first podcast is free. It's on Apple Music, but I think they moved on to Luminary.
And I'll be honest with you, I just like the approach to it. It wasn't a podcast as much as it was a
production.
vibe.
It's a production.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this
it's dope.
DJ. We might have to work on something, franchise.
something out.
We'll do that for that. Do something. I mean, you just come in. We bought a lot of equipment. Shit is nice. You know what I'm saying? Come in,
I see it,
drop
man.
it,
I see it,
real
man.
quick. You know,
I
just
see
show us
it,
how to
man.
use this, son. But yeah, that was
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty dope.
I almost picked that one. Midnight. I was like, one of these niggas is gonna say it.
What you got, Alex?
I guess I'm gonna just, since he's our guest and it's his birthday, I'm gonna go DJ Francise.
That's
Like
big
it.
birthday
Family.
status.
Thank you for coming.
family.
Like, I
Yo,
really-
can we get a shout out real quick
That's
for
fun,
the
man.
station, the times,
Yeah, 100%.
When you hit me, it was like, yo, that's my birthday. I was like, damn, he ain't coming. I'm coming.
I'm
I
one
was
of the
like,
most
oh,
humble,
shit.
coolest people, man. I'm
No,
one
I
of the
know,
most
I know.
humble,
Gemini
coolest
But
people.
no,
status.
if you'd asked me, I ain't fucking.
I get it.
that nigga was here for his birthday.
Oh, all right. So that's what I'm playing.
He's
Trying to play me.
But yeah, man, it's your birthday and you still pulled up and I really like appreciate it. And
No
it's-
doubt.
I do too.
and
No
it's
doubt.
great.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
And there's a trend, I don't know what the fuck it is, but there's always a trend with people who we have on, I guess they're always humble, and I love the fact that you
Right.
are continuing that fucking pattern for us.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
thank you very much. So
Cool.
my honor mention is you.
Thank you, family. Thank you,
what's up.
family. I gotta give it to y'all guys for inviting me for one. This is dope, right?
Thank
here.
you. Yeah.
It's not often you can actually sit with a bunch of people and actually conversate.
Right.
People that you don't
And
know,
actually
right? Like
conversate,
comfortable.
man.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised how many people can't do that.
First time I ever seen you was
Right.
in that driveway today. 100%.
But man, but I can conversate.
Yeah.
And he pulled up like, yo, what's
My
up,
bad about that. My bad.
No. The way you pulled up, like, yo, it was like Curdy L last week. He was like, yo, out on the street. You pulled up, yo, what
I got it on me too. I just don't got it on me like you got it on you.
We outta here.
Honorable mention, no, besides you guys, to PVD Fest, because they're bringing PVD Fest back. So
Fire.
just get out there and support somebody local.
Fire.
Get out there and support somebody
Yes.
local.
Shout out to
Get out there and
PVD
support
Fest.
somebody local.
Hold on, wait. Before we close, though, can we give our
Are you there?
listeners some-
Are you the DJ? No.
They're doing it from June to I think August. I do have a date in June.
Okay.
I don't know who I'm on the stage
Yeah,
with,
you know
but
I'm June
I got a date in
12th.
June.
So if you just need me to get up out there, I got a problem.
We can work this out. We
I
can work
think it's a
this out.
Saturday too. No bullshit.
You know what? And it would be dope if
It
people
actually is because June 5th on a Saturday. Sean,
Yeah,
you saying?
June 5th is on Saturday.
Wow.
If PVD Fest did set up a table where we could do podcasts,
Right.
I'm gonna ask if there's
So,
a way where
Just people that
Talk
will just
about
show
it on
up
the
and
podcast.
listen to you
Holla
while
at us.
you're doing it
I got a
live.
plug.
that'd be
Holla at
dope.
us.
I got a plug.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would
That'd be dope though.
That'd be dope.
If you had a booth where people were doing their podcasts and just different artists came up and just chopped it up, that'd be dope.
I think that'd be dope.
Before we go crazy though, let the people know when they can hear you, the times, the days,
Yes.
Okay. Like
when can we tune in to DJ Franchise and the channel and all of that.
Sundays 5 to 8, 101.1 FM. Monday, Tuesday 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. or 3 to 6:30 p.m. and that's 101.1 FM or that BIU 360 app. Club times, jail datings, Fridays, Saturdays, we're there till 1 a.m. And then Sundays, I just got 148. We do the day parties, but broadcast live from there.
148 on the second floor type shit?
148? No,
148.
on Pavilion Avenue.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, Pavilion, bro. Yeah.
Pavilion Avenue.
Yep. Sundays 4 to 10, and we're broadcasting live on the radio
4 to
from
10.
there. 4 to 10, so we do the big time drink.
I'm with it.
Yo, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to what you do. I love everything that you do.
I love it.
Great
We're
guys.
gonna have to come through there.
As long as you don't swear.
Thank you.
Definitely have to come
Thank
to
you for adding clarity to that story, man. I didn't know why I got the
crazy.
mic.
He vividly remembers that shit. That's crazy.
Not the intrepid.
He said, "Don't say you had the intrepid."
That makes sense now.
Not
That's
the
crazy.
intrepid.
This entire time I was like, why my car?
That's
Aside from the
crazy.
fact that I'm trying to run people over.
This
That was a
nigga
long time
ain't
ago,
never
too.
had a car the year before the year.
Never.
Again.
Still never again.
Never again. Niggas have been buying used ever since.
All because of that party.
Yeah,
My bad,
that
man.
Nah, shout out to you,
No,
man.
it wasn't your
Appreciate
fault.
you.
It happened before you got to the
It was us.
No, the nigga told us it was his fault. He be like, yo, we ready to get out of here. Where's that Killer Mike shit at?
Shout out to y'all. Like, follow, comment, share. Fuck with us, man. We out. Peace.
Thank you, fellas.